story matters. And I believe your dream of going green is not just about saving the planet. It can save you real money. So install solar panels and cut down on your power costs. Get an electric vehicle and reduce what you spend getting around. Switch to energy efficient equipment and lower the cost of running your home or business. And the best part is Absa Bank can help you finance all of it. The Absa Green Finance Loan gives you what you need to make it happen. Walk into any Absa branch, ask about the Absa Green Finance Loan today. Say yes to a greener tomorrow. Terms and conditions apply. Absa Bank reminds you to shine your eye to avoid being scammed because your story matters. Absa. Joe Metal, he calls it this year.
Every word you're spoken, every prophecy, every word from the Lord, every word from the Lord, every good word from the Lord, every blessing from the Lord. Oh my God,
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
I agree with heaven, let me be a one more time.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Andrea, challenge these days, new level crown. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank, and that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better. Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider.
Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I need your side, Fidelity.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
City 97.3, Accra.
Love one another. Kojo Entry Music Man. We're getting into the news review brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits from lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. To learn more, call 0800-003355 or fidelitybank.com.gh. Visit our socials, Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us. Getting into the news review in a bit, the weather forecast for the morning, right? We're told there's a probability of occurrence It's cloudy, partly cloudy.
If you can't, it will rain. It is raining.
It's raining.
You see that thing.
The state of the sea is rough. The percentage of probability of occurrence. So it's cloudy, partly cloudy, and then there are thunderstorms with rain. We should expect that. Interval cloudy, mostly cloudy. It's better like
No, Caleb. You see, if you want to do something. Give me the sound. If you want to do something,
the Ghana people.
It's not a Ghana.
Oh no, the thing I'm reading is from them.
You see, you are reading the wrong thing. There are two things. They usually will send the there's something they call the 18-hour impact rate forecast for Ghana. Then they also have something about the state of the sea. Now,
so
what I have here, as mentioned in the previous weather update, the northern sector will continue to be affected by the thunder and rain-bearing clouds, which are producing moderate to heavy thunderstorms with rain accompanied by gusty winds. However, mist and fog patches are expected to form and reduce visibility range for much of the southern Ghana this morning. Amid cloudy conditions, there is a slight chance of light rain or drizzle over portions of the coast and inland areas during the morning hours. It means that even if it will rain, it will not be heavy. You know, they have to, because you may sue them, they have to get covered. because people like you exist in the world. They have, if they say to rain, you go to Supreme Court. So they have to say there is a slight chance of light rain. People are just they could have simply said it may or may not rain because they are not God. Yeah. But because of people like you who get up and be saying all kinds of things, they look at the kind of English they are writing. You see, that's the problem. That's the problem. So
this is the 80-hour impact based on forecast for Ghana.
So the weather people have been doing.
If you are here to step up, please check the weather properly.
Yeah.
And that's all. But gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the show. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you, Caleb, for having us. I'm Leonard, and this is Sky.
Yeah. Take it easy on the roads. It's pretty misty, and put on your hats if you can, because some way.
Yes. The Daily Graphic leads with the president's photograph at AU Health Summit in Accra. President urges self-reliant health care. We also have Education Ministry set to introduce revised KG and primary curriculum. We mentioned this a few days back. Mid-their budget review today. I won't ask for more money. Okay. Uncle Atu says he won't ask for more money.
Okay. That's good.
And Access Bank picks 2 Euro Money Awards. On the back page, U.S. government donates equipment to Ghana Armed Forces. And ADRA supports flood victims.
Let me take you to the Ghanaian Times. At AU Extraordinary Summit, Africa leaders seek to end HIV/AIDS and tuberculosis. You find the details on page 12 of the newspaper. President Mahama makes the front page. Also on the front page this morning, Gamanche backs 24-hour economy, rallies stakeholders to support the same. Also on the front page, BOG holds policy rate at 14%, and they are citing global uncertainties and inflation-related risks. And some other stories related to the finance space and the AG rejecting Wuntumi's 30 million Ghana cedi plea bargain offer in Exim Bank case.
The Daily Guide, Bawumia MPP MPs storm in Sawam prison. There's a photograph of a flashback of an earlier meeting between the MPP flag bearer and Chairman Wontumi. Wontumi declared political prisoner. Also, court rules on Hanan charges today. Meanwhile, 2 busted with 100 wee parcels. They are shown holding something. Meanwhile, 2 more stories on the economy. 2026 media budget review. Mahama forging economic success according to MPP. And then Parliament approves $822 million World Bank loans.
Let me take you to the Chronicle. Police arrest NDC TikToker over alleged insults against Bawumia, but former Vice President calls for discontinuation of case. The suspect's photograph is on the front page. Again, Bernard was cautioning us yesterday that we should not be putting the faces of the suspects out there just like that. For some reason, the Chronicle has
because a
that.
man is innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly,
So if they
I agree with
say,
you.
look at his face, he has gone to steal an onion. Even if it is proven that he didn't steal the onion, you've already damaged his reputation. So sometimes we have to. You know.
So
That's why in some countries, when there are court cases, they sketch.
Yeah.
So they have an artist impression of the person.
Exactly.
You know, but here we don't respect people's rights. Police can actually get people, beat them up, put them on the front page. Then journalists too will follow and go and take pictures and say these are the criminals. What if the police frame them?
Exactly.
How would you know?
Robbers now, that's the headline. In
They've gone to do it. So we should not be doing that. And we in the media should be very responsible because these days the police on way.
Also on the front page this morning, BOG endorses Cocoa Board's local market financing policy. Some other stories make the insight.
A number of headlines on the BNFT. BOG sees inflation staying within target despite mounting external risk. Also, reset must hold without a safety net. FNB research head sets 6 tests for mid-year review. Interesting article there. Other stories: NLA partners Fidelity Bank to boost digital operations, introduce 5,000 new POST machines. And then there's also Nestle's Kwabena Adakwa winning global honor for brand management excellence.
Let me take you to the insight this morning. Mid-year budget. All eyes on Attah-Mensah as budget review takes center stage today. Also, justice must heal a nation, not become weapon of revenge. Bafo Asariyamwa is writing. Again, there's a story here that says Socialist Movement Ghana condemns assassination threats against Tunisian opposition leader Hamani, or exactly Hamami. So, Socialist Forum is interested in some other matters.
Charlie, some country president ban elections.
Charlie,
Nicaragua's president said election itself is illegal. And he's been in power for 19 years. So he will stay there till he dies.
Can you imagine? And finally, for me, let me take you to the Daily Democrat. Attah-Mensah storms Parliament today for mid-year budget 6. No additional money. Also, RMG distances itself from Fourth Estate allegations. Also on the front page this morning, GPHA commissions advanced AI-powered CT scanner at International Maritime Hospital.
Yeah, if you go to citynewsroom.com, explain $1.2 billion reserve decline. This is upon Kuma to Attah-Mensah. And meanwhile, Attah says that the media budget will focus on development, not new taxes. And of course, all eyes on Finance Minister's media budget today. There are also stories on the South African attacks. Ramaphosa sends delegation to Mahama over South Africa xenophobic attacks. That's here as well. A Greek ministry defends timing of 2026 farm input distribution. And Ghanaians lose 296,000 Ghana cedis to online restaurant scams in 6 months. People are cloning the websites of other restaurants. When you pay, it goes there, you don't get the food. And the other one we're excited about, Northern Business Fair 2026 set to boost trade and investment in Tamale. Now, police probe officer accused of pulling gun during vehicle towing dispute. Yeah. And the other one, High Court grants police assistance order for receiver to take possession of Cheddar's #1 Oxford Street Hotel. This is also on citynewsroom.com. If you go to channel1newsonline.com, Northern Business Fair boosted Sagne Rugu businesses. This is the MC speaking. There are stories relating to Dr. Baumia's visit to Wontumi in prison on Channel 1 News. Baumia calls for NDC organizers' prosecution to be dropped. And then also Musa Dankwa says visibility boosts MP's performance ratings. Of course, you heard the Nshazo MP challenging the ranking that he's like. Basically, he was the least ranked in the latest ranking. Stephen Amwa rejects Global Info Analytics MP ranking. That's here. Lindo Klu calls for AI to tackle Ghana's healthcare challenges. Zonda Tech to offer test drives at Auto Sale and Expo. Foresters are calling for Parliament to approve. Are calling for parliamentary approval before forest reserves are changed. If you go to the High Street Journal this morning, Burundian president invites Ghanaian investors to explore key growth sectors in Burundi. That's the story here. If you go to my Joy Online.
Still on the African front. If you go to Africa News, there's a story there that says Kenyan lawyers launch nationwide strike over judicial corruption and delays. So you are interested in that, you want to Google that.
Now, 2 patients exchange blows at a Drisso government hospital, damage computers and equipment. Yes, patients.
Exchange blows.
Yes, at a Drisso government hospital.
What's their problem?
And they've damaged computers.
What condition did they take to the hospital that they had enough energy to exchange blows?
It's a very, very good question. Stories on my journal. I'll bring you details later. Yeah. If you go elsewhere, Iran conflict expands as Houthis claim attacks on ship in Red Sea.
Let me start with the Daily Graphic. Media budget review today, page 13. Samuel Attah-Mensah. I won't ask for more money. Minister for Finance Dr. Keziel Atuforsen will not ask for any supplementary estimates as he presents the 2026 media budget review to Parliament this afternoon to provide a comprehensive update on the implementation of economic policies and programs. But aside from expenditure and revenue performance, he is also expected to update Parliament and the nation about the numerous savings the country is making and the systems put in place to honor its debt obligations under DDEP. According to the story, he will provide updates on flagship programs and projects and announce sweeping reforms in VAT, procurement, new funding approaches and efforts to plug revenue loopholes. In interaction with a cross-section of journalists ahead of the budget, Dr. Forsen said the review would also contain a full disclosure on the 36-month non-financing PCI program, the new arrangement we have with the IMF, etc., etc., etc.
Just sorry to interrupt, but this is a bit urgent. So, if the electricity company, please, Okaikwe Sub-Metro, just before you get to the Okaikwe Sub-Metro junction, this is the Akuma and Kukumpe junction, the cables there are smoking. And with cars and rain, we beg them. They should get there immediately and check.
Are these high tension cables?
Yes, these are high tension. These are proper high tension cables, not just your basic.
The Akuma and Kukumpe area.
Yes, just
the tension cables.
Cables there, just before you get to the Okaikwe South Sub-Metro junction. Yes. Please, ECG, get there
so quickly. It's smoking or sparking?
Yes, both of them. And so if you're also driving on that road this morning, just take your time and watch what is going on there. Yes. So thank you.
They should put it off first before they move in. Anyway, let's stay with the economy because the minority is questioning government over economic performance. If you go to page 10 of the Ghanaian Times, Jacob Agri writes that the new Patriotic Party minority in Parliament has raised concerns about the state of Ghana's economy ahead of the government 2026 media budget review, arguing that the gains being reported are largely the result of reduced spending rather than genuine economic improvement. Now, addressing a press conference in Accra yesterday, the chairman of the MPP's Finance and Economy Policy Committee and Member of Parliament for Ofansi Ayirebi, Kojo Nkrumah, said the minority's assessment was based on the government's own published economic data.
A quick question. Kojo is the head of the Economic Committee. The finance is different. They are not the same. So the finance
Economy and Development Committee.
The finance committee, the MPP person there is the former finance minister. Kojo is the head of the Economy Committee. Just for clarity.
Let's stay with the economy because if you go to page 13 of the Ghanaian Times, BOG policy rate at 14%, and they are citing global uncertainties and then inflation. Now, Kingsley Asari reports that the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana has maintained the monetary policy rate at 14%, citing renewed global uncertainties and potential inflationary pressures from rising fuel and utility prices. Now, the decision was taken unanimously. And
we'll be speaking to an advisor to the governor, Dr. Kwachi, later this morning to explain some of the numbers. You remember the man with the punk?
Exactly, yes.
He will be speaking to us.
Nice.
Let me stay with BOG business, and this is something that has come up, but I am on the High Street Journal at the moment. BOG and Ghana police team up to crack down on illegal rejection of Citi coins. Don't know how the police can help with this one, but the Bank of Ghana will collaborate with the Ghana Police Service to enforce nationwide acceptance of Citi coins, urging the public to report offenders as authorities intensify arrests, prosecutions, and sanctions against businesses rejecting the legal tender. The drive, the BOG says, is in collaboration with the police service to ensure compliance with the country's legal tender laws. Now, in a public notice, the central bank said it will work closely to tackle the growing practice of traders, transport operators, and businesses rejecting Peswa coins and the 1 Ghana cedi and 2 Ghana cedi coins during commercial transactions.
Yes, in fact, they have said that if you reject a Peswa, a cedi, or 2 cedi coins, you could land yourself in jail for up to 3 years or a fine or both. So people should be minded of that. Yeah. And then there's this one, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture.
Yes. So the Ministry of Agriculture is defending the timing of distribution of farm inputs. I think there's been some concern.
That's correct.
Yes, I have that story as well. The Ministry of Food and Agriculture has pushed back against concerns over delays in the distribution of farm inputs for the 2026 farming season, insisting that the timing of deliveries is being aligned with the actual crop production cycle. In a statement shared on Tuesday, July 21, the ministry said distributing inputs too early could create risk, including improper storage, diversion, and application outside the recommended period. It explained that in northern Ghana, where the major farming season begins in May, fertilizer application typically takes place between late June and the end of July. For southern Ghana, however, the focus is now shifting to the minor farming season, which begins in August, with distribution to targeted areas currently underway. The story then goes on to outline some of the inputs that are being distributed.
Let me give you 2 stories in the graphic center spread. GIPC is now an authority. You know, Sky, we've seen this trend where FDB is FDA, Ghana Standards Board is Ghana Standards Authority. GIPC is now GIPC is an authority, and they also have changed the investment laws in a way. Maclean Kofi reports that the president has assented to the GIPC Authority Act 1173 to officially transform the Ghana Investment Promotion Center into the Ghana Investment Promotion Authority (GIPA). The enactment of the act marks a significant milestone in the country's investment promotion framework by expanding the authority's mandate and strengthening its institutional enforcement powers. With the president's assent granted on Wednesday, July 15, the authority is now better positioned to attract, facilitate, promote, and retain investment while supporting the ultimate expansion of Ghanaian enterprises. So that could mean that if an investor is errant, GIPC may have the power to sanction or even revoke certain kinds of licenses. You recall a lot of times people complain to GIPC about illegal retail trade and that type of thing. And sometimes the GIPC is not
clothed with the power to crack the whip.
We are hoping that this means they are more proactive and they are able to also attract better quality investment. Whilst all this is going on, Ghana and Morocco have signed 11 agreements, and this is on the center spread of the graphic as well. Ghana and the Kingdom of Morocco last Tuesday signed 11 agreements and MOUs to deepen bilateral cooperation. And I wanted to give you some details. The agreements, for example, there were agreements on air services which seek to expand direct air connectivity and boost trade and tourism between the two countries. Agreement on mutual administrative assistance in custom matters to enhance collaboration in custom enforcement and facilitate trade, and memorandum of understanding in areas of standardization, conformity, and metrology related activities. The details are on page 16.
Okay, Bernard, let me take you to the Chronicle now. Police arrest TikToker. We're told he's an NDC TikToker. That's what the paper is claiming. Benny's Bese reports on page 3 that a 38-year-old TikToker and National Democratic Congress branch organizer for Aguna West, Prince Abuaje, has been arrested and remanded into custody over alleged offensive remarks made against former Vice President Dr. Bawumia in a video posted on TikTok. Now, according to the Ghana Police Service, its attention was drawn on July 18, 2026 to a viral TikTok video in which Prince Abuaje was allegedly seen and heard making offensive and insulting remarks about the former vice president. Following preliminary investigations, officers from the Special Investigations Unit of the Criminal Investigations Department arrested the suspect on July 19, 2026 in connection with the matter. And we're told he's been remanded in custody. As
well,
I said,
the man himself,
we need to repeal this law. And the man himself.
There's a story you read where Dr. Bawumia himself says he's not interested
in
the prosecution of the person. So I'm not sure if there's a I don't know whether the person who's been affected by the defamatory post has to actively encourage the police to do what they have to do.
I mean,
or whether the police can, because for example, in the case of the woman was jailed for saying things about the president, we are not sure if the president was actively involved in that, which is the same for Dr. Bawumia now. But I feel like the statement of Dr. Bawumia adds weight to things that you are saying that, look, these things should not be treated as criminal matters. That if the person who's been defamed feels aggrieved, he can find civil remedies. So the police are being overzealous. Do you understand? And then we are not encouraging irresponsibility. But we are saying that there's a way to treat this type of cases where you don't need to go and arrest somebody, put him in prison for a publication of that nature, particularly when the person affected doesn't even think it's such a big issue. But you see, as Adawudu said, sometimes the police and the way they interpret the law, they will move and say they will arrest, which is why the law has to be changed.
Yeah, that's right. It has to
because
be
the police, they will say, we crime is crime, we don't want to.
The law must be
so the law is what they are using to do this type
Let
of
me stay with that quickly.
And just to say quickly that, yes, Dr. Brahomia did the right thing, but it is now for the AG and the police to actively pursue the withdrawal of the case and the filing of non-prosecutor, whatever they have to do to ensure that this thing is brought to an end. It is unnecessary.
On channel1newsonline.com, Baomia's spokesperson says, Chairman went to me is in good spirits. Agbak Yusuf Khomeini, they went to visit him at the Nsema medium security prison. So that's updated.
But we are saying he went to court again on a different issue. The Tano Nimeric mining case.
Yes. And then let me just add a story for you, Bernard, quickly. Again on the High Street Journal. End of easy escorts. Interior Ministry puts sand in Gari of roadside police escort business.
If he doesn't enforce it, after 2 weeks, they'll come back and do it.
So you can also go to the High Street Journal for details of that story.
Now, the Security and Exchange Commission has blacklisted 23 entities operating without license. It's in your interest to find out who these are. The details are on channel1newsonline.com.
Mention some of the names.
Okay, so
they have blacklisted them.
Yes.
Because they are
operating without
what
license.
Does that even mean?
Okay, so
that's a good point.
Basically, the regulator said none of the listed entities has been authorized to undertake capital market activities under the Securities Industry Act 2016 Act 929 as amended, despite promoting investment products to the public through digital platforms. Some of them are AfriHub, BG Wealth, BP Investment, Creative Walker Promotion Company, CWPC.
No, the question this guy is asking is, if the SEC is the person who gives them the license, and SEC say they've not been authorized to do this, why are you using the word blacklist? Go and you see, this is the other
shut them
point.
down.
So their commission, maybe they also want to be an authority first before. You know what I'm saying? But the people are obviously doing an illegality. It's good to warn the public that doing business with them is at your own risk. But I feel like once you have the mandate, you should say that these guys are operating illegally. This is the kind of people police should be arresting.
Brutally.
You understand? Like people are, don't forget, we've come from a financial crisis where people have been, had their money's lost. We haven't even finished dealing with those things. SEC, beyond telling us that these guys, you understand, they should call the police for us to go and catch them. Not catching TikTokers.
Anyway, let me tell you about the two patients who exchanged blows at the Ejiso government hospital, damaging computers and equipment. So, 2 male patients receiving treatment at the accident and emergency unit of the Ejiso government hospital in Ashanti region reportedly engaged in a violent fight, causing damage to the hospital's computers and other equipment. A viral video circulating on social media shows the 2 men exchanging blows in the hospital ward. Now, reports indicate the 2 were earlier involved in a separate altercation during which they sustained injuries and were subsequently admitted to the hospital.
Is it that they brought a fight from outside into the hospital,
and they are continuing in the ring,
even though they are hurt?
Yeah, we must finish the issue.
I think the water is deep. I think the doctor should start with counseling.
Let me just wrap up
before I deal with your sore. Let me advise you on life.
Let me just wrap up, Bernard. There are massive, and Caleb, there are massive demonstrations in India over education.
What are
it
they
might lead to problems for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. On Reuters, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that fast-track courts will be set up to prosecute those behind exam paper leaks. His first public response after days of youth protests demanding the resignation of the education minister. You see that these people protest about.
I saw the videos.
Modi's comments came hours after protesters clashed with police on the streets of New Delhi, with officers firing tear gas. The protest because it affected 2 million students and some committed suicide. Yes, so they are saying you better do something, Mr. Prime Minister.
Serious? So the people of India are unhappy with the exam leakage?
Yes, because they're saying the Prime Minister has been protecting the education minister and the system that is not allowing things to move properly in education.
Ghana.
I think we need to also look at the new curriculum that has been launched by the Ministry of
Yes,
Education.
yes.
And at some point, we should
That
find
has some
time to
coding,
deal with
AI,
maybe
and
this-
ethics
next week.
incorporated into it.
Chinese language is also in there, and some other.
But
Yeah,
I
don't
heard the
know how
education
exactly it's
minister.
gonna work, but
I heard the education minister and the accountability series.
Yeah.
Yes, so in fact, that was 2 days ago.
Some of the things, Charlie.
ethics and some other
Some of
things.
the things, Bernard.
We'll deal with that. Yeah, thank
A
you.
bit later, that was a news review. Thank you, gentlemen.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Nete Ajaho is here with the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Good morning.
Good morning, Caleb, and you're welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Is brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Go Good Energy. Coming up, tax cuts top business communities' wish list ahead of mid-year budget review, and SEC warns public against 23 unlicensed online investment schemes. And later, Bank of Ghana ends direct financing of Gold Board as new funding model takes shape. Let's settle for the details now. Finance Minister Dr. Cassiel Ato-Forson is expected to present the 2026 mid-year budget review in Parliament today, outlining government's policy priorities for the remainder of the year. The review is expected to go beyond the statutory fiscal update, assessing the economy's performance during the first half of the year against the targets set in the 2026 budget and outlining any policy adjustments required to sustain growth and fiscal consolidation. 6 months into the year, available economic indicators suggest that the economy has broadly performed ahead of expectations. Inflation has declined sharply to 5.3% within the Bank of Ghana's medium-term target band of 8%, plus or minus 2 percentage points. Recent data also points to continued improvements in fiscal consolidation, external sector performance, and debt sustainability. The 2026 budget projected real GDP growth of at least 4.8%, non-oil GDP growth of 4.9%, and overall fiscal deficit of 2% of GDP. The mid-year budget review is also expected to assess whether these targets remain achievable and whether the government intends to revise any of its macroeconomic assumptions in response to prevailing domestic and global economic conditions. Meanwhile, the business community is calling for a downward review of the country's tax regime, among other measures ahead of the review. Industry players say reducing the tax burden will help ease the cost of doing business, support local enterprises, and strengthen Ghana's economy. This report has more details.
For members of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, one of their key expectations is the reintroduction of the flat rate system for the value-added tax VAT. President of GUTA, Clement Watson, says a review of the current VAT regime is necessary to create a more conducive environment for businesses to thrive and contribute to economic growth.
We in the informal sector were paying a 4% flat rate. And with the coming in of the new law, the flat rate was abolished for everyone to be moved into the new rate of 20%, provided you are above the threshold of 750,000 cedis annually. But we think most of our members does not fall within that threshold. So we have suggested that it should be raised a little bit from 5 to 6%, so that the flat rate could be, maintained.
Mr. Clement Watson also called for a downward review of the current duty regime at Ghana's ports, arguing that this will help reduce the cost of imported goods and ease the burden on traders.
Currently, we are concerned with about 21 levies and taxes that we are paying, and we think it's too cumbersome.
Meanwhile, the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, Tona Makpelo, is urging government to consider reducing taxes as part of measures to support businesses in the mid-year budget review.
We do not expect no new taxes In fact, our expectations actually are that we would like to see some of the taxes be reduced or taken off. I mean, if you take excise duties on, let's say, bottled water, for example, it's a big challenge for us in industry. Excise duty on fruit juice, locally manufactured fruit juice, it's a big issue.
He also called for a reduction in utility tariffs to ease the financial pressure on businesses and help improve their competitiveness.
We would like to hear the finance minister talk about measures that will be put in place to tackle issues of the utilities, being water and electricity.
Some traders also shared their expectations ahead of Thursday's budget presentation.
My business is medicine, local medicine, traditional. We need loan so that we too can support our business. Without money, we cannot fed up. So we need money.
Nashika Caesar further report. Now, the Bank of Ghana has ended its direct pre-financing of the gold board's domestic gold purchases, marking a major shift in the financing and foreign exchange arrangements supporting the country's Gold for Reserves program. The decision means Gold Board will no longer rely on the central bank to provide upfront financing for the purchase of gold from local miners and aggregators. Speaking at a press briefing to announce a new policy rate, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Attah-Mensah, said the move is intended to reduce a source of domestic liquidity injection at a time when private sector credit growth remains strong and inflationary pressures are beginning to edge up. He noted that they are still in talks to ensure that the financing is done in a new model.
We're still in talks with both the Gold Board and Ministry of Finance on the specifics when it comes to, that entire transaction going forward. I will hesitate to give you specific answers as of now. But after we are done with the negotiations, we will now be able to tell you the role the central bank will play going forward. But whatever it is, and whatever relationship we end up with, it will support the framework that we have currently.
He also noted that the Bank of Ghana is closely monitoring whether the recent rise in inflation represents a temporary adjustment or the beginning of a renewed inflation cycle that could require change in monetary policy.
From the global scene, you are aware that there's a renewed, volatility, in terms of the crisis in the Middle East. At the last MPC meeting, I took the time to explain how that impacts on Ghana through higher energy prices and the likes. What that means is that impact, is expected to continue. We have seen core inflation also picking up, right now. The last MPC session, core inflation was on the decline. So there's been some changes in some of the underlying factors, for which reason we think that policy, has to take these into account. That notwithstanding, based on our projections, we believe that in the outlook, inflation will still fall within the target band. But that again requires that we stay vigilant on the risks going forward. If you ask me about my sense of the biggest threat to inflation going forward, I can give you a number of them. The global risk is the first one.
That was the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Attah-Mensah. Now, the Securities and Exchange Commission has warned the public against investing with 23 unlicensed entities operating online and on social media. The regulator named AfriHub, BG Wealth, and Mazuma, among others, as firms offering investment products without the required license. The SEC says it is working with law enforcement agencies to clamp down on those behind the schemes and is urging the public to verify the license and status of any investment company before committing funds. Now, on the interbank market this morning, the dollar is trading at 11 cedis 57 pesos, the British pound at 15 cedis 60 pesos, and the euro at 13 cedis 19 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. It was brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Gold Good Energy. I am Neti Ajahu. Have a good business day.
Introducing Ghana's leading pay-as-you-copy photocopier leasing company. Lease an A4, A3, heavy-duty or production machine and pay for only the copies made or design your own payment plan. Simple and tietia. That's not all. Incredibly, toners, repairs, maintenance, follow-me printing, centralized tracking all come free of charge. Remember, financial prudence is the name of the game. Folks, forget about the expensive gimmicks and be smart. Join the hundreds of satisfied clients across all the 16 regions and every sector of the economy and save over 60% of your printing costs. Visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. Be prudent and lease a copier. Terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease is a wholly owned Ghanaian company. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
The region or the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
The jamming never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At G&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. G&J, your energy partner.
Enterprise Blue FM.
Enterprise Blue FM, the bus.
It's DJ E on Enterprise Blue FM. Guys, after the heavy rains this week, we are looking for the calmest person in Ghana. Who's the most chill person you know right now? Let's go.
DJ, it has to be Mansa. Look, the flood entered her house and completely submerged her car. Next thing I see on her WhatsApp status, she's smiling and sipping tea on her balcony. Like me, I'll be crying, but she's totally relaxed. DJE, it's true. Mansa's home and car are destroyed, but this girl is not stressing at all. She just tells us everything is under control. Hey, Mansa, how?
Wow, Mansa, we need your secret too.
They say Entoa, but when unexpected floods strike, we've got you covered. At Enterprise Insurance, with over 100 years of experience, we say whether it's home, motor, travel, or insurance for your business, Entoa, if it happens, chill.
Enterprise, your advantage. 30 years ago, MTN arrived in Ghana and everything changed. Now, to celebrate 30 years, we are giving back big time. The MTN at 30 promo is here. 9 Toyota Land Cruiser Prados to be won. Over 10 million Ghana cedis in rewards, plus so much more. Connect to your everyday hustle on MTN. Make video calls. Browse the internet for business with family and friends. Connect your home to MTN Fiber. Make that money move on Momo and stay ahead because every move counts. Ghana, let's celebrate 30 years of MTN with the MTN at 30 promo. Use more MTN services, build more points, and win big. Dial *530# or visit the My MTN app for more.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
Thirteen after 7, Nathalie Neti brought to you the City Business News. Nathalie Neti Ajaho. We're grateful to Gwel EcoBank and MTN for that. Girl says if you are on the road and you're looking for quality fuel that gives your engine smooth performance, then look no further. Girl Super XP is of premium quality, gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. It's fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine, makes your engine perform to the max, using minimal fuel that takes you further. So as you're on the road, look out for the Girl stations and fuel up your vehicle with quality that you can trust. Because Girl Super XP, dear, so we'll feel it, huh? Uber feel Girl Good Energy. You know how money really moves in Ghana? At EcoBank, we know it doesn't just move on payday, but every single day. Ask Gabi. They connect you to the people who matter most. So EcoBank provides one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. Digital platforms instantly connecting you, people, businesses, opportunities across the entire continent. You will pay your bills, transfer funds, manage your finances anytime, anywhere. So just download the EcoBank mobile app, dial star 770 hash, or use the EcoBank online and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank. I'll tell you what, here's for your attention. Online drivers and Pragia operators, don't just complete trips and rewards along the way. With Momo Merchant, passengers can pay you by scanning your GHQR or the Momo app, or by using your merchant ID. Every eligible transaction brings you closer to exciting rewards. Visit any MTN branch nationwide with your Ghana card to register for your Momo merchant account and enjoy added convenience and security for your business funds. This campaign is in partnership with GHQR, powered by Gibbs. Terms and conditions apply. Gabby Affair is here with kickoff that's brought to you by Lesheho. Before he comes, Enterprise Insurance is helping people sleep in the rains. And Tuwada, that is what they say, but Enterprise is flipping the script. They say Etuwada, because whether the homes get damaged, vehicles get flooded, businesses get disrupted. Listen, just as Mansa got insurance, so she's able to sleep with all the tragedy that came with June 29, you too can sleep. So don't wait for the unexpected to catch you off guard. Secure your home, car, travel, and business today with our innovative insurance solutions. Enterprise Insurance is definitely your advantage. Now, people are spending bigly on document management solutions, buying photocopier machines, when you can just lease that at Valex Lease Equipment Limited. Lease it to, so you pay as you go. You pay as you design. You can do your own payment plan, whether you're looking for an A4, A3 heavy-duty MFP with sorter stapler finisher and production machine with sorter stapler finisher. What's better than this? Leasing that at Valex Lease, so that you can get free toners, cartridges, free repairs, free maintenance, what they call follow me printing, and centralized monitoring of all staff and nationwide coverage. Listen, you can save up to 60%. I'm not joking. So call this number now, 0244 644 048. Save their number. Tell them Caleb said you should call them. And you can visit valexlease.com. That's your website, and get more, because Valex Lease is an affordable document management solution. It's time for Gabi Affair to bring you kickoff, and that's brought to you by Lesheho. If you're ready to power up your finances and lock your path to financial freedom, the Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution is tailored just for you. With Lesheho Fixed Deposit Solution, you're making your money work for you. So join the investment revolution with our Fixed Deposit Solution and take charge of your future. Call us now, 0302 208 333. Lesheho, let's improve life. Gabi Affair.
Let's improve life.
Abontin brother.
Charlie, the biggest Abontin man.
No, you're the man.
No, you the man. Okay, so it's Thursday, July 23. Welcome aboard to Kickoff on the City Breakfast Show. Coming up in the next 10 minutes.
We have increased the prize money of the WAFCON by 900%. It's unbelievable. 900 for the women.
All right, massive financial boost for the women's game taking effect from the upcoming 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco. We'll get to hear from Dr. Patrice Motsepe, who is CAF's president, plus update from the 2026 Commonwealth Games, which starts today, and some big transfer news all coming up in the next 10 minutes. Kickoff is proudly brought to you by Polyton Ghana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. All right, I'm Gabi Ofa. Let's get into the update and starting off from the WAFCON, because Ghana's Black Queens will round off the preparations for the upcoming Women's African Cup of Nations with an international friendly against Malawi later today in Casablanca in Morocco. The match will serve as the final test before the start of the WAFCON tournament, providing head coach Kimlas Bjorgren and the technical team with one last opportunity to assess the squad. Now, after weeks of intensive training session and series of preparatory matches in Morocco, the Black Queens will be aiming to build momentum and sharpen match fitness ahead of the start of the tournament. But let's stay with the 2026 WAFCON, because the Confederation of African Football has announced a significant increase in prize money for the upcoming tournament, which kicks off on July 25. And the tournament winners will receive $2 million, double the amount awarded at the previous edition. And the overall prize fund has also been increased by 67%, rising from $3.475 million to $5.8 million. The runners-up will receive $750,000, while every participating nation is guaranteed $150,000. Let's hear from CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe.
We have increased the prize money of the WAFCON by 900%. It's unbelievable. 900 for the women. And that's why I say you can make all sorts of promises and say all of these nice things. If you don't back them up with quantifiable, visible, and as they would say, touchable, they want to sort of feel it and want to touch it. So we've increased the prize money by 900%. Last year, when I became president, the winner of the women's competition got 200,000. And then we got it to 1 million. Now they get 2 million. So you win. We've increased the prize money for the winner by 100%.
All right, so that's CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe speaking there. Well, let's stay with that. Getting some reaction from South African football analyst Maisi Mpumi, speaking on football made in Ghana on Channel 1 TV. She welcomed the increase.
Not necessarily about the money itself, but to see the intention. It's important that we witness intentionality coming from the CAF president about growing the women's game on the continent of Africa. And as you know, nothing happens by fluke. If we, in 2027, to be the Women's FIFA World Cup, right? And 4 teams from the African continent will be planning to go and compete in Brazil in 2027. And to have a team that can compete not only in Africa but dominate in the global stage as well. We need teams that are going to be backed financially.
All right, so that's South African football analyst Maisi Mpumi speaking on football made in Ghana on Channel 1 TV with Bernard Abekwatri. Now, away from the women's game, let's talk about the men's AFCON, because Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, 3 countries led by military governments, have submitted a joint bid to host the 2032 African Cup of Nations. The announcement comes after the Confederation of African Football opened applications for the 2028, the 2032, and the 2036 editions of the flagship tournament AFCON. So we'll see who picks that. But speaking of the African countries, CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe says he's confident an African nation will win the FIFA World Cup in the near future following the continent's impressive showing at the 2026 tournament.
We set very high standards for ourselves. We've got very high expectations, our clear objective, and we are now more confident than ever before coming from the FIFA World Cup is to see an African nation becoming champions of the world. I'm more convinced than ever before that can indeed happen. Life doesn't allow for dreams or plans or expectations which are out of touch with reality. You've got to look at the facts at all times, and at the end of the day, I come from a business background, and my shareholders always say to me, where are the dividends? Where are the profits? Where's the money?
All right, so that's CAF President Dr. Patrice Motsepe. Now let's take you to Glasgow, because Team Ghana safely arrived in Glasgow, Scotland yesterday ahead of the 2026 Commonwealth Games, with athletes, coaches and officials focus on delivering podium performances and making Ghana proud. Now, the delegation received a warm welcome upon arrival by Ghana's chef de mission, Ernest Danso, and immediately began settling into their located games hotels ahead of the start of the competition. Julian Shifiamo has more updates.
The Ghanaian contingent, comprising athletes competing in athletics, para-athletics, boxing, cycling, judo, weightlifting, swimming, para-swimming, and para-powerlifting, enters the Games following months of intensive preparation, training camps, and qualification events in Ghana, Derby Arena in the United Kingdom, and Ireland. The team, made up of a blend of experienced campaigners who have competed on major international stages and promising young, making their Commonwealth debut, creates a balance of experience, ambition, and fresh energy. Among the athletes expected to glow for Ghana in Glasgow are some of the nation's established stars and emerging talent, including sprinter and team captain Joseph Polamwa, Ghana's 100-meter record holder Blaster Saminu Abdurrashid, paracyclist Bocho Nkegbe, baton bearer Haruna Tahiru, alongside other determined members of the national team across all disciplines. The athletes are expected to complete their final acclimatization sessions before competition begins on Friday, with confidence high throughout the camp as they seek to make their mark across the 9 disciplines.
All right, so that's my colleague Julian Shifiamo with all the updates. Now let's take you to Europe and begin with some club football and transfer news, because Arsenal have confirmed defender William Saliba is set to miss an extended period after suffering a back injury while at the World Cup with France. The 25-year-old had been managing a back issue for several weeks and carried the problem into the World Cup, but was forced after 30 minutes of France's semi-final loss to Spain. Now, the Major League Soccer says it is investigating allegations of tampering with or by Inter Miami after the club signed Brazil midfielder Casemiro. On Wednesday, Miami announced that they had signed a 34-year-old who left Manchester United at the end of last season, and deal that runs to the end of the 2027 MLS campaign with an option to extend until June 2029. Now, on the part of Aston Villa, they have agreed a loan deal for Chelsea winger Alejandro Garnacho until the end of the 2026-2027 season, with an obligation to buy. The 22-year-old has already completed a medical in Birmingham and has pre-agreed a 4-year contract at Villa Park if the loan deal becomes permanent. Now, Ipswich Town have signed Morocco defender Issa Diop from Fulham for £8.5 million. The 29-year-old, who played 5 games for Morocco, has then reached the quarterfinals of the World Cup, has signed a deal until the summer of 2030. So he joins Ghana's Abdul Fattah Issahaku, who also joined Ipswich some few days ago. Now let's finish off with some boxing. And former world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury says he has no interest in Anthony Joshua's upcoming fight against Christian Prenga. Joshua is set to face the Albanian heavyweight in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on July 25 in what is expected to serve as a warm-up for a potential blockbuster showdown with Fury.
I'm going home. I've got about as much interest in Anthony Joshua versus some Pringles as I have of spewing that all over the floor. None. I'm going home. Not interested in AJ and his mate boxing.
Would that face-off not just be a wonderful face-off, though? If this fight is going to happen, if you go over there and you face off, would that not send out a signal to this world that it's happening?
You can send out as many signals as you want. You've been told for 10 years it's happening. It hasn't happened, does it? Don't hold your breath.
All right, so that's Anthony Joshua speaking there. Well, rather Tyson Fury, not Anthony Joshua, and that's the very latest in the world of sports. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on X at City Sports GHA. Kickoff was proudly brought to you by Polytangana and Lesheho. Let's improve life. I'm Gabi Ofa. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and bye-bye.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, let's go, we improve your life.
Charlie, the contract is here. But my pocket, flat like a football with no hair.
Don't stress. That is why DCI Microfinance is here for you.
DCI? What magic can they do?
No magic, just real solutions. With your contract and LPO financing, you can deliver on time. And when you're waiting on payment, their invoice and certificate discounting puts cash in your hands quickly. Their loans are fast, simple, and reliable.
So no more borrowing for my father-in-law? Now, that's a blessing.
Exactly. Call them now on 0577 669346. DCI Microfinance, miles beyond the extra.
New address, new standard, new way to live in Laboni. Introducing Moonbow Laboni from Avle Real Estate, Africa's gate to real estate. An iconic mixed-use development where refined architecture, premium amenities, and an exceptional location come together to create more than just a home. It creates a lifestyle, beautifully designed studio and one-bedroom residences, world-class amenities, a prestigious Laboni address, and an investment built for tomorrow. Launch prices start now and are available for a limited time. Experience Moonbow Laboni, because some places are more than meets the eye. To reserve your apartment today, call 0800-888-888. Avle Real Estate, Africa's gate to real estate.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we lay aside, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner, Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach, BOA make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner, Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach, BOA make your future glow. BOA, we go there for you night and day. Strong as a group, close as a partner, Bank of Africa lifting you higher.
Great news! The Ungalicious Abinwaha promo has been extended to 15th August 2026. And now, participating is even easier. Simply submit
20 Onga powder promo sachet
or
20 Onga shrimp tablets promo wrappers
or a mix of the two, still making a total of 20. Submit
at any Onga redemption center near you and receive your scratch card. Scratch to review your unique code.
And dial
*713*27# and win instantly.
There's over 4 million worth of cash prizes to be won, including
cash prizes up to 200,000 Ghana cedis,
appliances, and many more. Promo now ends on 15th August 2026.
Terms and conditions apply.
This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
This advert is FDA approved.
Tell us how you need that. Enterprise life, abla bumi yanko. What's I say and then if you be blame, why you be that? May you know, and I like how I am cool brebo. Obisi ni ya breko, obisi ni shiana ganyo.
Enterprise life wants to share my woe. It's to tell us all you want, tell us all you need. Insurance to your doorstep, your preference, your advantage. Tell us how you want it.
Enterprise Life. 25 years strong, rooted in love, driven by you. Defining the future together.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
The power of rapid radio. This is City 97.3.
No, we all love the song, right? It's 36 after 7. Thank you for tuning in. 97.3 City FM. If you're looking for a world-class university experience for a child right here in Ghana, turn to Lancaster University, Ghana. It is the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa, offering students the same prestigious Lancaster University degree, awarded in the UK with a 90% graduate employment rate within 6 months of graduation. Your child gets a head start in today's competitive global market. Students can choose programs from business, law, computer science, economics, marketing, international relations, and more, all in a modern campus environment designed for success. Lancaster.edu.gh is where to visit online. Call us 0209-607-008. Lancaster University, Ghana, global degree at your doorstep. Now, Yum Vita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time easier. It's enriched with 16 essential vitamins and minerals. You only need to add previously boiled water. 3 exciting variants: wheat, rice, maize, for an amazing price of 5 cedis 50 pesos. This is real value for money, affordable, nutritious, and convenient. Yum Vita, good nutrition for a strong start. And if you're into construction, mining, manufacturing, or oil and gas, one of the essential things you need: premium boats, nuts, washers, anchor boats, start boats, U-boats, and more. And listen, you can get all of these manufactured right here in Ghana at 7-Eleven baseline boats and nuts. We also provide advanced coating and surface treatment of all sorts. Just call us now, 0557-126-501. 7-Eleven baseline boats and nuts, made in Ghana, made faster, made stronger. So So give your business the competitive edge it deserves at Dawa Industrial Zone, a world-class industrial park spread across over 2,000 acres of prime industrial land with modern infrastructure, strategic connectivity, and a thriving ecosystem of manufacturing, heavy industries, automotive industries, textile production, and so many more options, agro-processing. Just talk to us, 0552 40,000, 055 20 40,000. Visit diz-ghana.com. Dawa Industrial Zone, where industry thrives. 0539-986-996. That's the number to join the show anytime. 0539-986-996. Today is our dear son, Berima Kojo Osei Bonsu's 8th birthday. Berima Kojo Osei Obing. Okay, and also our niece Estelle Sewa Intiamo's 5th birthday. From Mr. and Mrs. Obing, Ceci, Grandma, and the entire family. We love you endlessly. Oh. Wish Mami Ya Afaribia Martinson a happy birthday. May the good Lord guide her steps and grant her all her heart desires. May this new chapter be filled with love, laughter, and happiness. Omari Ej Esquire send that. Welcome to the 4th floor. Happy birthday to Mrs. Pamela Harrison Ado of Advance Ghana Medina branch, from your husband Daniel Harrison Ado, your boys Kwabena Techi Yao Nyako and Kofi Wuku. May the good Lord bless you. Happy 40th to Leah Asare of FNB. Leah. Okay, so FNB Bank Accra, from the entire family. May the Lord widen your tentacles. Happy birthday to Raphael Ababil of the Department of Urban Roads. As you mark another year of God's faithfulness, may every road you travel lead to purpose, progress, and prosperity. May your dreams find fulfillment, your efforts be richly rewarded, and your days be crowned with joy. This is coming from Isaac Ej Kwache. Happy birthday to an incredible chairman of TUTAG, head of department, lecturer, advisor, mentor, and my safe place. Okay. Professor, your patience and dedication to your students are unmatched. Galatians 6:9. Thank you for always being so good to me. My prayer for you today is Numbers 6:24-26. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord grant you peace. May God reward your labor of love. Proverbs 11:25. Professor Hansen Obri Yabua from Krapa, Presla Nanaya Adoma Hema, former vice president for Pasag AT. All right. Now, the Lexus University College is inviting you to world-class education, market-driven professional qualification. This is the best place to realize your dreams. We run courses in nursing, midwifery, human resource management, accounting, IT, and many more. Come to Tema Community 25 Peace B Junction. That's where our campus is. delexusuniversity.edu.gh is our website. You can find out more. 0551 198 100. Admission is in progress. Call us now. Every thriving business starts with a dream. Societe Generale Ghana, we believe those dreams deserve the right support. From now until September, we are helping small and medium enterprises access the financing and banking solutions they need through our SME loans program. If you need an equipment or machinery to expand your operations, we have the finance lease solution that can help you. If you're looking for working capital to take advantage of new opportunities, we have the Boafo loan designed to keep your business moving. If you're waiting on customer payments, our factoring and invoice discounting solution can improve your cash flow. So whatever your business goes, our Societe Generale Ghana has the expertise to support your growth. Visit any Societe Generale Ghana branch. Call 0302-214-314. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you. Beatrice and Sylvia are wishing their amazing little sister happy birthday. And the message is, you bring so much joy and laughter into our lives. Watching you grow makes us proud. May this new age bring you endless blessings, good health, love, and everything you've been praying for. We will always be here for you. We love you so much. Beatrice and Sylvia. You don't add your little sister's name though. You have your own rendition for this song, don't you?
Wow, Charlie, no, we did the food we done for you.
Yeah, it done for you.
Kaka Masegbo.
Ama.
Oh, Masetu.
Ama.
Kaka Masegbo. No, greetings to all the people of Adamshadu, Dedu, Aplau, you know, that whole enclave, you know, Vikababa Hotel, Charlie, those days, Charlie, was something else, man.
With this song in the background.
Charlie.
No, you make it your own.
No. People don't go there dance, so they wait until they hear Biwa.
When they hear Biwa, then they all run to the dance floor. Oh, my word.
Charlie, but yesterday, you know, we raised an important matter having to do with what was happening on our roads.
The Aboboya issue.
Yeah, the Aboboya, the motorbikes, and, you know, the other one, Pragia, and how they were creating menacing situations for, you know, regular drivers and other road users. Well, we spoke to the DVLA yesterday about what they were doing to sanitize the situation. Because, I mean, some of the vehicles, in fact, majority of the things you see on the roads parading themselves as either Pragia or, you know, what do you call it, Aboboya or the other ones, do not seem to have the regular protective mechanisms that vehicles should have. And of course, you know, some of them don't have proper tail lights. Some of them don't even wear their headsets or maybe how do you call
helmets,
helmets and crash helmets and all of these things.
None of that.
So the DVLA told us that they were doing something about the situation in terms of regularizing, you know, the people who use them.
Correct.
So if you turn to the inside pages of the Ghanaian Times this morning, you'll find that there are a number of advertisements. Some of those are talking about the DVLA specifically. So if you turn to page 17, there's an advertisement at the public notice there at the bottom. Invitation for applications for accreditation of motorcycle rider training schools. On the top there too, you find that there's something there. Again, driver and vehicle licensing authority, driving and riding instructors training and certification program. This is the second intake. So it has specific details inviting people to provide riding instructor services, driving instructor services, driving instructor and riding instructor services, and existing certified driving instructors who wish to obtain riding instructor certification. Now, the details tell you what you are supposed to do. In some cases, the fees involved, how much they will pay, and all of those things. But the one that we are particularly interested in is the one at the bottom, which says the public notice, invitation for application for accreditation of motorcycle rider training schools. So it says that the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Authority hereby invites qualified individuals, institutions and organizations interested in establishing and operating motorcycle rider training schools to apply for accreditation. Now, accreditation process is intended to ensure that motorcycle rider training schools meet the required standards for rider training, road safety awareness, and practical riding knowledge, competence, and skills in line with the authority regulations and national road safety requirements. Now, the first item here says eligibility requirements. Yeah. Interested applicants must demonstrate the capacity to A, provide suitable training facilities and equipment, B, employ qualified and competent motorcycle riding instructors, C, offer both theoretical and practical rider training programs, and D, comply with all applicable DVLA accreditation requirements and standards. Now, the second item says application process. Now, interested persons may obtain detailed accreditation requirements and application guidelines from the nearest DVLA office. Completed applications together with all required supporting documents should be submitted to the DVLA on or before the 30th day of November 2026. And if you are interested in making more inquiries to obtain more information, please, you can call the DVLA on 020 64 23731. And as I stated much earlier at the top, they also have specific admission requirements for riding instructor training and certification, and then also admission requirement for driving instructor training and certification.
So Scott, what does this mean? That for now they are going to now train people who use these things?
Exactly. So first of all, you need the instructors to provide the training.
Yeah.
So the instructors are being trained, and then the schools, the people who are interested in setting up schools for purposes of putting people together, training them in how to use these vehicles, are also invited.
So are they talking about motorcycles, or this will include the tricycles?
So the drivers and riders first.
So
and then
so there's an admission that there probably aren't enough certified trainers.
Exactly.
Training institutions, and yet the population of motorcycle riders and tricycle riders is so large.
Yeah.
So this is an admission that they need to do something. We commend them for doing it.
Exactly.
My worry this morning, I'm sure you can hint it from the newspaper review. So the short history of our republic.
Before you do that, you wanted to give us details of some conversations.
Yes, so yesterday, the same thing. So yesterday,
in terms of the numbers,
in the interview I had with the gentleman, I wanted to know how many Category A driver's licenses had been issued, because Category A covers the tricycles. And he said, end year 2025, about 15,000 Category A licenses. And I think Category A includes motorbikes and mopeds. All right. Now, and then by June ending, about 8,000. All right. So that suggests that maybe about 23,000. I mean, the population of people who ride this in our country is way, way higher. If you take motorbike riders and people who ride these things, they are more. So it suggests a lot of these guys are even riding without proper licensing. And the licensing is not just a certification, it's evidence of competence. So if you have 15,000 people and another 8,000 this year, the vast majority of the people riding this may not even have the proper license. And the problem is that the authorities don't seem interested in stopping them. Police people will stand at traffic lights waiting for you to run amber and catch you. They will stop you and ask you if you have a driver's license. Meanwhile, somebody is riding a more dangerous, in my view, vehicle,
running the red lights,
inappropriately clad at a part of the road that he's not allowed to, because the road markings don't even communicate with him. This morning on my way to work, I was on the George Walker Bush Highway. It was raining. I saw about 2 or 3 of them on the shoulder of the road. All right. They don't appear to follow road markings. So the authorities have allowed this type of indiscipline to continue. So we commend the DVLA for sort of coming up with this certification program. It's a bit after the fact. Okay, now a serious society, if you look at the number of Aboboya motorcycles coming into the country and their specifications, then you need to then check who is selling them and who is using them. Clearly, there's a discrepancy between the number of people who use it and the number of people who are licensed. But that's not even my main point. This morning, something got me. So I may misunderstand the SEC law. But you know, you read a story that said, no, it's the same thing. I'm coming. SEC people said, you were not listening, so I'm trying to remind listeners. SEC said there were 23
entities operating without license,
operating in the investment space without license, and that they were blacklisting them.
I heard you.
The legal effect is that, hey, you are not supposed to do what you are doing, and therefore you don't go and work with them. And I'm asking myself, what does it mean to blacklist them? So are you blacklisting them because they have a reputation to gain? So you are blacklisting them so that it's like people will not give them money? If an entity in our financial sector, and mind you, our financial sector is so important. Yesterday, MPC met. You should look at the number of people who went for that meeting and the length of the press conference that was held. Today they are reading budget. Now, if 23 entities are online collecting money from people without going through the necessary checks to show that they are supposed to do this, should SEC be blacklisting them and leaving us to our whims and caprices? Particularly when you remember the men's good issue. SEC kept issuing warnings and they were using a regulatory loophole to say you are not the one who regulates us. It's BOG. Today BOG says SEC. Tomorrow SEC says BOG. People, do you understand? And they use that regulatory loophole to create something that nearly collapsed the Ghanaian financial sector. Then you have
one in Bono too.
And SEC is so what I want SEC to do is to explain to us what blacklisting of illegally operating entities means. Particularly on the morning when you are telling me that Ghanaians have lost nearly 300,000 cedis in 6 months to online restaurant scams. Okay, now let's bring that back to what I'm saying. In Ghana, entities strive to receive authority. I've listed almost 10 entities in my journalistic life, so let's start. Ghana Standards Board. When I started working, it was Ghana Standards, but it's not Standards Authority. People still call it Standards Board, but they say they are an authority. I don't have a quarrel with them. Food and Drugs Board is not Food and Drugs Authority. Vehicle and Driver Licensing Division. It used to be called VELD. It was a division or department. Now they are on authority. National Road Safety Commission is now National Road Safety Authority. National Service Secretariat is now National Service Authority. Ghana Export Promotion something is now Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Free Zones Board is now Free Zones Authority. This morning, Ghana Investment Promotion Center is now Ghana Investment Promotion Authority. So we want the authority and the largesse that comes with collecting fines. Yet you can't regulate people who are errant. So DVLA is like pussyfooting on this whole, people, you have over 40,000 people riding mopeds in your city with no proper training. You are called an authority for a reason. But when it comes to doing the work, that one there, you don't have the power. But when it comes to collecting licensing fees and fining people, you have the authority. That's not how we regulate. And this is systemic because everybody has converted to an authority because they want the power to institute. I'm sure Forestry Commission will become Forestry Authority.
Ghana Highways Authority.
You get it? So they want the ability to National Communication Authority. The authority then means that they give you and a lot of them are making money. I mean, somebody said, why should, I think it was one entity that EPA. Was, yes, EPA, Environmental Promotion, they are it's like they are looking for, EPA's job is not to make money. EPA's job is to make sure that there's safety. If somebody comes up with a factory, we are supposed to ensure that this factory, there's an environmental impact assessment. It's not going to damage the environment. It's not going to produce things that will kill us.
Pollution and all the issues.
EPA has become very revenue oriented. Now, that is dangerous because what that means is that if I have enough money to pay my licensing and registration, the consideration is not whether the public is safe. So authorities should not exist for money. And some of them make so much money, they build estates for their staff.
That's right.
You are there. You see, this is the thing. We want the power, but we are misusing it. So now you have motorcycles riding all over the place. You are DVL. What else do you need? Now you are here telling me you want to train and certify people second intake. Do you know my frustration? All these people have gone to parliament to change their law to create authorities so that they will get fines and then fees and charges. Yet the basic thing they are supposed to do, whether from free zones, all of them, even GIPs, I remember those times, they'll say, oh, foreigners are trading in retail trade. Then they'll say, oh, we don't have the power, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now they're giving the authority. They're giving them the authority.
Big authority.
Next month, you will hear people will go, Okanshi, people are selling in our market. GIPC is not. It is, for me, it's a mindset of we want the power, but we don't want to use it to do what is in the interest of the public. As for fines, we will fine, because when we make the money, some comes to us. But to protect public safety, no, we are not interested. How can a serious country allow tricycles without proper licensing to be riding on highways? From Tetekwashi to Apenkwa, you see the guy is in singlet.
Yes.
He's not wearing a helmet. He doesn't have a mirror.
And he's wearing Chalewante.
And he's riding and competing with an articulated truck packed with steel, competing with an ambulance, competing with a. I mean, how do you have such in any serious society? There are demarcated spaces for different automobiles. You get it? But in Ghana, you will go to the office, they will find you and find something. They will find a cause to say you should pay something. But to protect the public, they know. And I really want to say to all these institutions, shame on you. Do your work in the public interest. You have the authority. Okay, come and show us what your authorship has done in the past 10 years. A lot of low, weak standards. We are bringing substandard things into the country every day. Yet we have all the rules. In Ghana, there's nothing that doesn't have a law. We have more laws than human beings, yet we are lawless. It's because authorities are not using their authority to do what is in the public interest. And I think that we, the citizens, must rise up and speak against this. So please, DVLA, do more than simply tell us that you are training and certifying people. Announce that anybody who is riding without license, you are giving them 2 weeks. You are going to catch them. Yes. Because they are a danger to themselves and to the society. And please, SEC, don't tell me you are blacklisting somebody who is operating illegally. No, he can collapse the financial system. He can. If he's operating illegally, do you know people can go and give their money to him? And then when they lose interest in the financial sector, you come and tell me here that we should not let people do a run on the financial services. So you should be very wild. If somebody is doing 419 online,
go after them,
collecting public funds. No. So please, let's come out of our office and go and work. Let's not make the thing you wait around when the law comes, you get the authority, then use it to do other things. No. This cuts up. I could list over 50 institutions in Ghana who have all become authorities. Meanwhile, we don't have any enforcement.
Any sign of authority anywhere.
People are building in waterways. People are building in buffer zones. Planning rules are not being observed. Meanwhile, everybody has received power from parliament to collect fines. Even assemblies cannot enforce simple building code. Yet they have received all the power in the world. Why are we doing this? So please, DVLA, this Aboboya issue will not let it rest. Do what is required. If you need help, the media can help you. If you need public education, we can do it. Call your ministries. This is a multi-sectoral issue. Local government, transportation, all are involved, because this Aboboya issue is way beyond. Listen to that. Is way beyond one entity. So please, let's get serious.
If I may stay on the subject of DVLA, I think that first off, and we had these conversations with the head of the Road Safety Authority, Mr. Abraham Amaliba, who actually was the first person to say that they were, as part of the law, they were going to ensure that there will be some training given these Okada riders. So I'll make it quick so that you come in, Edwin. So I don't find the notices in the papers coming from the DVLA commendable. I mean, that's what they ought to do anyway. And they sort of, with this Okada matter, we put the cart before the horse. Okay. And for me, that was a perilous decision. I don't think that decision was taken in the interest of any Ghanaian road user. Allowing, and it starts with the Okada, and now we see the Pragias and the what have yous, because they all have DVLA plates now, meaning that the DVLA certifies that they are roadworthy, even though we do not even understand what kind of vehicle they are and how they should be operating on the road.
Yes,
okay, so first of all, focusing on the Okada, it was a wrong decision to pass a law that would permit the use of motorbikes for commercial purposes without doing the right thing first, which would have been training the riders, ensuring that their motors are in good condition, are roadworthy. A lot of the time, you see them riding and bending over to try and fix something on their motorbikes, putting all of us at risk. So I think that
riding and then bending
they are
over.
trying to fix something, and sometimes they even park, still dangerously by the roadside and fixing things and with part of their bodies in the road, which is still dangerous. I think that letting people, because they should have followed what we do with driving. You go and do your training, get tested, and then you pass your the driving test, etc. Then you go through DVLA. But that notwithstanding, this is the only way they have to go, because they passed the law before, and so it's not commendable. It's the only way to go. The second thing for me about the Pragias are the usually blue ones with the bucket, right?
No, that's
Pragias are the yellow ones.
The Pragias are the yellow ones
with the
and then
roof.
the blue ones, which
That's Abuboya.
Abuboya. Yes. You see, yesterday you played the voice of a pastor who was a chief. Okay. I was happy to hear that from exactly. I was happy to hear at least a traditional leader concerned about this, because we have put people in a certain structure or in a certain structured improvised vehicle and placed them on the road. On the road, it is life and death. I don't think some of these people appreciate or understand that, or have been given the proper training to appreciate that. And what the pastor said the chief said sort of summarizes any interaction whatsoever with Aboboyas on the road. There was a case where one of them had apparently parked on the N1 to take a nap, and somebody's Mercedes drove into them or something. There's a certain indiscipline. I don't want to use indiscipline, but it's not. There's certain ignorance. There's a huge ignorance they exhibit on the road, and that is because the state institution responsible failed to do their job. You put people who do not appreciate what is the rules of engagement on our roads, allow them to be on our roads, and they've become a danger. And any interaction with them, like he said, like the chief said, they're either insulting you or whatever.
Very abusive.
Do you get it? It's largely because they are coming from a place of ignorance. They do not appreciate how to even change lanes. If you ask them the meaning of each lane, the middle lane, the inner lane, the outer lane, they do not appreciate all these things. Theirs is that they are driving, and somebody's failure led to that. And that's why I don't think DVLA should be commended in any way. I think we should hold them even more accountable. And like Bernard said, a big shame on them. One more thing I think the DVLA and perhaps customs have to resolve is the concern that came with these Toyota Voxys. Yes, the concern that these were imported right-handed vehicle and later converted to left-handed, contrary to the Customs Act. We need a bit of closure on that, because we still have Voxys around, even though they are restricted.
I think the government has backed off.
They appear to be restricted.
They have backed off.
No, Sky, we need closure on that.
So we will get back to that.
Because I'm coming. Because because the law is already in place.
Yes.
And we saw clear violation. So are we going to overlook, all that have been imported and converted, and henceforth we won't allow it? What? We need to know exactly what the decision is.
We'll get to that in a bit. We'll continue the conversation. It's time for tech and social media trends. And Edwin Kofi joins us with more tech and social media trends brought to you by Telecel. Edwin, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, Caleb. Good to see you too. Good morning, everyone.
Your voice is unusually
You know.
No, but he has a really good voice. He's your typical radio voice.
Thank you very much.
But today there is deep.
You
bought some medicine from the US.
It's flu season, but my body is fighting the flu, so this is what's there.
This is flu. Then have flu every day.
Okay, so
what's in the trends?
Yeah, on the topic of indiscipline, the FDA has shut down a couple of sachet water manufacturing companies. Yes, after it was found out that the conditions under which the water was being produced, it was terrible. Yes, so they caught the attention of authorities after they started selling water for bags of water for 2 cedis, 50 pesos. Usually it's 10 cedis plus. So officials of the FDA posed as potential customers to gain access into the facility because they had CCTV cameras littered all over to see who was coming in and who was approaching their facility. So they managed to gain access, and the videos that we've seen are horrendous. The state in which the water is being produced, terrible, and people are consuming this because it's cheaper and everybody wants something cheaper. So kudos to the FDA for stepping in and making sure that these companies have been brought to the ground. So that has been trending, people expressing their concern over that. We move on to the Bank of Ghana's notice to the public that you can't reject 2 CD note, 2 and 1 CD notes, and then the coins as well.
This is what Bernard is saying, telling us that it can't be rejected. People are rejecting it. What are you doing?
So crack the whip.
Exactly. But people continue to reject it, especially in the commercial vehicles, which a lot of people on social media are complaining about. They say, who do they report to in such an instance, and what will be done to the person? Because usually they'll see it as a minor thing that doesn't warrant their attention. So who would fight for them? So despite the Bank of Ghana's order, I think implementing it and enforcing it is the main issue most Ghanaians have.
When you prosecute people, 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and then you deal with them properly, and the news carries it, people will pick up the necessary lessons. That's what they need to do. I mean, even as I was coming to the office this morning, some people were fighting around the circle place because he is referring to the Bank of Ghana directive. Say the coins, only be made no say only be evidence form. They were fighting there for in front of OGT office. So it has to be enforcement. We can't be advising people that this is what
statements.
You do. No.
It's a law without enforcement is advice.
I said look at you now, can I
Thank you very much.
Okay.
What is?
Yes, today is the presentation of the mid-year budget review by Finance Minister Dr. Cassiel Hatto-Forsing. It's trending very heavily because prior to the presentation today, the minority have come out in full force to speak about what they expect and what they feel that the government are going to do, which is ask for more money to complete a number of their projects. So we've heard from the finance minister that no, he's not going to ask for more money, but we wait for the contents of the mid-year budget review, which will happen later today at 2 p.m. I believe. We'll start coverage on Channel 1 TV from about 1, coverage on our social media platforms as well. So follow us for the latest from the mid-year budget review presentation. Let's move on to tech news. And OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT, are trending very heavily alongside Hugging, it's Hugging Face.
Hugging Face.
Yes, who are one of the world's largest open source for hosting AI models. So OpenAI are trending because some of their AI models broke free from a controlled test environment and hacked Hugging Face. Yes, so it's causing a lot of consternation because AI are supposed to operate under instructions from humans before they are able to undertake whatever task. So for this AI to break free, Charlie, break free and go and hack, an independent company, it's raising concerns about the future of AI and where we are heading, because if the machines take over, we're probably in trouble. But OpenAI said they are conducting an investigation into the situation, and this is a very surprising occurrence for them, but they are working with Hugging Face to ensure that this is investigated and any such future recurrence is prevented.
But I saw yesterday France actually has now banned the use of social media.
I brought that to you on tech and social media trends, I believe so, yesterday, that France, the French Parliament
passed the law.
French Parliament has passed the bill banning social media use for people under 15. Yes, so France is taking the lead, as have other countries like Australia and the UK. It's up to us to also follow.
We'll see how that goes. Thank you for taking social media trends.
But the lawyers in the Kenya who are, they've laid down their tools because they say corruption in the judiciary and judges are refusing to do something about it. So that's creating so much confusion in Kenya for litigants and all of that. So perhaps we should
look into it.
All right. Thank you, Edwin.
Yo, Charlie, Telesurface broadband upgrade. You get up to 40% more data on the same old bundles. Best part, the bundles don't expire.
That's how we like it in the town.
Yeah, from on-cap speeds to fixed line calls and flexible data moves that allows you to move data up to 4 devices. Telesurface offers an unmatched band for fixed broadband solutions for every need.
Telesurface fixed broadband has got you.
For your home or business, experience the true broadband difference with up to 40% more data on Telesurface broadband at the same price. Move your non-expiry data to up to 4 devices. Get free fixed line calls and more tailored fixed broadband solutions for your home or business. Subscribe at www.telecel.com or download the Telecel Play app or visit a Telecel retail shop today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Why settle for less? Study at a top 1% university worldwide right here in Ghana. Lancaster University Ghana is the only British branch campus at sub-Saharan Africa, offering a highly accredited UK degree in business, law, computer science, politics, and more. Same global standard, same prestigious degree, right at your doorstep. Applications are open. Visit lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University Ghana, a global degree at your doorstep.
Charlie, the World Cup is finally here, and KeyBet is giving you $10,000. That's right, $10,000. With the Bet Boss promo challenge, you stand a chance to win your share of the whopping $10,000 this World Cup season. All you have to do is stake your winning bet worth 10 Ghana cedis or more with a minimum of 3 selections and be part of the leaderboard. Log in on www.keybet.com.gh and start staking now. Your World Cup wins begin today. So predict the world and win the glory with the Bet Boss Promo Challenge. KeyBet. Now the game begins. Terms and conditions apply.
A king was born today. Is that how you go celebrate? You say you love the man, but show working, my sister. Open your cow bank up and credit his account. Life simplified every single day. Yeah. Open your cow bank up and credit his account. Cow bank, make come easy, Charlie. Life simplified all the way. If you love your man, show working, oh. Not only talking plenty on his birthday. A king was born today. What can he do with that? Give him fuel, give him vibes, give him cow bank cash, just like that. With your cow bank app, you send money by airtime, pay bills in seconds. Wherever you there, cow bank make your life simplified. Cow bank, forward together.
Improve your gum and oral health with the new Nesta mouthwash from Ernest Chemists Limited. Nesta mouthwash comes in original and fresh mint for the treatment of bleeding or irritated gums, mouth ulcers, maintenance of oral hygiene, prevention of bad breath and plaque. Nesta mouthwash, great oral hygiene, long-lasting freshness. Available in pharmacies nationwide. Manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited.
Charlie, trim I'm nice. I get some serious meeting. Allah, motion. But Charlie, no credit today. Oh, but you relax. More day.
Hey, what funny.
Yes, so I borrow small, sort myself out, I pay back. We move. Spoil day. Ah, Charlie, you sure say you pay back? Yes, so that anytime somebody else they need them, Momo day. Be like I for can't borrow some more. Hey, you this boy. Don't go there and disgrace yourself. Allah motion.
Responsible borrowing be the real flexo for today's needs and tomorrow's dreams. Borrow, sort them, pay back. Momo day.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Nineteen after 8. Imagine a world where your power never fails, your data is always secure, and your business never stops. That's the world Left Signature Limited is building every single day. Expert electrical engineering services, cutting-edge renewable energy solutions like solar and microgrids. We keep your world powered and protected. We have a data center, cloud services that ensure maximum uptime, seamless connectivity, and strong disaster recovery so your business never misses a beat. We also deliver custom applications, ERP systems, and AI-powered solutions, all designed to boost productivity and drive growth. So download the LEP Power app from Play or App Store. Access the web version. Call us 0256 111 811. Leftsignature.com is where to visit us online. Our office is at Lashibi North Celebrity Estate. Imagine choosing your own global destination, enjoying flights, a 4-star hotel, and unforgettable experiences, all paid for. Now, Stanbic Bank, in collaboration with MasterCard, is making it possible with the World on Your Card promo. Simply sign up for a new Money Wallet MasterCard, load or reload $200 or more between now and 14th August this year to stand a chance to win a worldwide travel package for 2 to a destination listed on priceless.com. Simply put the world on your card and stand tall. So ditch the banking hall queues and parking hassles. CalBank app helps you securely send money, pay bills, and manage your finances right from your phone in seconds, whether you're on a lunch break or relaxing at home. Switch to the CalBank mobile banking app today. It saves time, all in one convenience. Ultimate flexibility with total peace of mind using advanced, fully secure technology. If you're ready to simplify your banking, then download the CalBank app today on the App Store or Play Store. To get started, CalBank, forward together. So some of your messages now, look, people know the right thing, but they simply will not do it. And it's because of either their selfish motives or the agenda to sabotage a certain government. When I say people, I mean from the topmost leadership to the ordinary person on the street. So if you have citizens of this mindset, then what are you supposed to do as a leader or as leaders? You simply need strict leadership, enforcement of the law to compel people to do the right things. This is where our leaders are failing to do their job. We have encouraged people enough. We have advised people enough. We have sensitized people enough. We have even educated people enough. Enough is enough. Now enforce the laws. Deal with impunity. Prosecute people and let everyone take precaution. Tafamba David sent that from Kibi. Tafamba, thank you. Good morning, CBS team. Why is the DVLA still giving roadworthy certificates to those structural death traps? Some of them are keeping the battery next to passengers' legs. What is wrong with us? Are we just sitting by and watching crashes and deaths? Albert sent that from Belengpe. And before we have a phone interview, Sky, you have a message. Let me do just a quick one.
From Elizabeth, who says that, good morning, team. I'm not convinced the DVLA's current solution will fully address the issue. Enforcement must be fair and cover all road users, not just motorcycles and tricycles, and discipline cuts across everyone on the road. What we need is immediate, consistent penalties. Countries like Rwanda have shown that constant or instant fines and strict enforcement improve compliance and reduce reckless behavior. If Ghana adopts a similar approach, applied equally to all, will see real change. And beyond indiscipline, imagine the potential revenue from these fines could be reinvested into developing and maintaining our roads. With enforcement, fairness, and accountability are key to ensuring safer roads.
Right, we'll jump onto the phone lines now.
Yes, we'll speak to Dr. John Kwachi, who's an advisor to the governor of the Central Bank. Yesterday, the Monetary Policy Committee held their meeting. I'm not sure the exact number, but they started on Monday and they came up with their report. The big story is that the rate that they usually announce, which gives a signal of how they see the economy, was maintained at 14%. Yes, this is 131st MPC meeting. So we want to understand the thinking of the central bank around monetary policy. As you know, there are two sides of every economy, the monetary side and the fiscal side. The fiscal side is really government revenue and expenditure, and the finance minister will this afternoon present a report on the fiscals. But I think they've planned it that the monetary side will also let us know what is happening. I'm sure you also know that sometimes economies go out of sync because the two sides are not aligned, right? So we want to understand from the advisor, Dr. John Kwachi, somebody we know very well, what led to the decision to maintain the policy rate at 14%. There are other rates that are important. Inflation rate has ticked up from around 3.7 to 5.3%. I think the most important rate for most people is the average lending rate. Yeah. It's also come down. There's also the so-called Ghana reference rate, but the policy rate is really the key rate there. So, Dr. Kwachi, thanks for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning.
So this is the 131st MPC meeting. Can you give me a sense of what the key consideration was in deciding to maintain the policy rate at 14%?
Okay. So the MPC's decision is normally based on, we look at the balance between the risks between inflation and economic growth, the balance of risks, between inflation and economic growth. The committee was comfortable with economic growth. In fact, growth has been very robust. The latest figure that we had was 6.4% in the first quarter, which is quite high. But look at inflation, and they saw that there were some upside risks, especially coming from the Middle East, conflict. But in spite of that, the forecast, the staff forecasts were showing that the inflation will still be contained within the Bank of Ghana's target band of 6 to 8%. So in the decision, in the view of the committee, they thought that even though there are some upside risks to inflation, it is not going to go beyond the target band. In fact, going into the future, in fact, even beyond 2026 into 2027. This is what the staff forecast is saying. So on the basis of this consideration of the balance of risk between inflation and growth, the committee was being a bit cautious, and they decided to hold the rate at 14%. But of course, in the press release by the governor, he indicated that they will be monitoring the situation closely, and if it should become necessary, they will act accordingly to make sure that inflation is contained within the target band.
Wonderful. So, whilst inflation has started ticking up, we are not so sure whether it will be aggressively going up because of the global issues, and you think growth is strong enough. So this is like a cautious approach. I can interpret your maintaining the 14 as you are being cautious. You don't want to get too excited yet around what's happening around the world.
Yeah, and that's at 14%, the policy rate is still is tight. In fact, in real terms, we normally look at the tightness in real terms. In other words, if you look at where inflation is 5.3% and the policy rate is 14%, in real terms, we have something like 8.7. So this is quite high, and that also means that the committee wants to maintain this tight policy stance. Instead of increasing it, they feel that the current stance of monetary policy is tight enough to contain inflation within the target band, in spite of the upside rates that they see, coming from the Middle East, crisis. So yes, this was a cautious approach, to monetary policy.
Okay. We also noticed that almost all other rates are trending downwards. So, for example, the average lending rate, if you look at April 2024, it was around 31%. It came down to 16% April 2026, and it's a bit much lower. The Ghana reference rate is also very low. But the challenge we are facing is, even though these rates are low, if you look at the data on bank lending to private sector as a percentage of GDP, Ghana is one of the lowest in its band. A lot of countries who are our peers, there's better lending to private sector. So there appears to be a reticence by the banks to lend to people. I don't know whether it's because of lack of viable projects or whether they are still interested in buying government paper. But that 8% private sector credit to GDP is not impressive. If you look at the trajectory of your rates, is the bank concerned about this, and what options are there to stimulate? Because, by the way, if the banks don't lend to private sector, economies cannot grow, right? That's the basic thing we know. So what's the bottleneck there, and what do you think the bank should be doing to encourage the banks you supervise to lend?
Yeah, you're right. If you look at the interest rate structure, and you can see that there's some distortions, and it is because we have not been in a normal situation, macroeconomic situation, for a long time. We've come from a situation of very high macroeconomic instability, and we are now getting into the phase where we are achieving, we are seeing some sustained, stability. So we believe that this is a transition, and we will get these rates more aligned, if we sustain the transition. But I agree with you that the bank is concerned about the fact that our credit, to the private sector, in terms of GDP, if you compare across countries, across our peers, ours is, pretty low. Well, it has to do partly with the fact that, of course, interest rates have been, high. The fact that in the past, government was also borrowing aggressively and competing with the private sector. It is also a fact that as part of our monetary policy, we also go out there and try to, sterilize, mobilize, withdraw what we feel like as excess liquidity, and the banks prefer to hold government treasury bills and Bank of Ghana bills, which are much safer, instead of lending to the public, which is more risky and all that. So yes, there's a need to realign these rates, but also address the structural issues that seem to inhibit banks from lending to the private sector. It's not just the rate. We have a high rate of loan default, and so on. We don't have enough identification of customers. These are some of the issues, the factors that will have to be addressed if we have to increase our credit to GDP ratio to the levels that our peers are doing.
So we understand that there are structural issues, but some people have said maybe we should use law to compel banks to lend. And let me explain. Some banks even use depositors' funds to buy treasury bills, right? I mean, that cannot be right. Particularly when look at the treasury bill rates. They're falling so much, around 5%. Because, by the way, the transmission mechanism requires that when you give an incentive by bringing down these rates, the economic intermediators, the banks, ought to take certain actions to stimulate the economy. So if that's not happening, you may want to think about using some laws to prescribe certain kinds of actions. I mean, you know that in the past, part of the crisis we got was that a lot of these banks were just buying government paper, right? And because the government defaulted, it led to a whole challenge. Some of them say they've repented. But you may need to use, some people say you should use law to compel banks to act in a particular way if their intermediation role is not being played. Is this something the committee will be thinking about, or is this something that the fiscal side should rather be pushing?
Well, the fact is that if you are old enough, you remember that we were in a control regime, a financial regime that I remember we imposed these laws, these rules on banks. We forced them, we imposed some lending to various sectors for the banks, agriculture, manufacturing, and so on. But we moved away from there, and we have now operating a more liberalized, kind of financial regime. You see, so what you are suggesting is the ideal, but people will say, "Oh, you want to go back to control." So that is not really what we want to go to. As I said, we are hoping that, for instance, during this long period of fiscal consolidation, government is not borrowing probably as much as it used to. If we also get this excess liquidity out there under some control, Bank of Ghana will not also offer so many bills, from the bank for the banks to, hold, and then the banks will be forced, to lend to the private sector because they cannot sit on idle deposits of. But now they have the avenues, the government bills and the Bank of Ghana bills, and that's why they prefer that they are safer. But I'm saying that when the demand from government and Bank of Ghana reduce, the banks will then be forced to lend to the private sector. And also, as interest rates have come down, demand for credit from the customers will rise, and the banks also will feel more willing to lend at these lower rates because it will improve the loan default. When the rates are lower, the tendency for people to default will also be reduced. So we are in a transition period. I'm sure we will get there, but it will take some time.
Finally, so the government has said to us some time back that they were trying to build reserves. I think they even wanted 15 months of import cover. All right. Our import cover has slightly reduced from 5.7 months to, I think, 5.2 months. And our reserve position has also slightly reduced. Should we be concerned? And I'm asking this because, and I don't want to do politics here, but the MPP Economic Committee yesterday, Kojo Oponkroma, described the Bank of Ghana's finances as, quote, a fiscal time bomb, unquote. Right? So people seem to be pointing out the fiscal position of the central bank and also our reserve position as an area of concern. Was the committee concerned about that? And how confident are you that the reserve position is fine and that the fiscal position of the bank is strong?
Yeah, so you realize that, over the past a year or so, the Bank of Ghana has built up its reserves, to very high levels. In fact, if you go back to February 2025, in fact, the reserves increased to about 14.5 billion, which was 5.8 months of import cover. That is unprecedented in our history. And it's partly due to the goal for reserves, policy. And then also we benefited from external inflows, high external inflows from gold, cocoa, remittances, and so on. Now, the recent decline in the reserves from 5.7 months of import cover to 5, it's due to the high payments, energy-related, payments, because oil prices went up, and therefore we have to sell more foreign exchange to the oil companies, to buy the oil. So it is just it's a temporary, dip. And the government also had to make some payments, Eurobond payments, and so on. So it's a temporary dip. We will continue to build up. If you remember, the government also introduced this GAN RAP policy. Ghana Accelerated Reserves Accumulation Policy, and that envisages that we will continue to build the reserves even to 15 months of import cover, going forward. So that policy is still in place. So we shouldn't be worried that reserves have dipped just slightly. Recently we'll continue to build up the reserves. So yes, the committee took that into consideration.
Finally, the finance minister will present his budget today, midterm budget. The March figures for revenue showed a slight underperformance. I don't have figures for the June revenue, but the indication I get listening to again the minority is that the revenue did not perform as well. That's what they said. I haven't seen the figures. What signal should the fiscal side give to reinforce what the monetary side is trying to do?
Yeah, so one thing we've observed, in the past 1.5 years is the alignment between fiscal policy and monetary policy. They've been very much in alignment, and that's helped us to achieve the kind of stability that we have had. Fiscal discipline has been quite strong, and then as well as monetary discipline. About under the IMF program, and so far, the Bank of Ghana is not doing any more financing of the budget. That's now zero. So that's part of the fiscal and the monetary discipline. Now, you are right that if you look at the performance of the budget so far, revenue has fallen short of the target by about 5%. But if you look at the expenditure side, expenditure has even been compressed more, 20%, I think, below the budget. And, well, this is, I think, a strategy by government, to build reserves for future payment of future, obligations, debt obligations, and so. But going forward, I expect that government will do more to mobilize, increase its revenue, and then also maybe step up the expenditure, especially capital expenditure, because there's a need to support the real sector of the economy. We see that infrastructure deficit is very high. We see the roads, we see the sanitation and all that. So my expectation is that as they increase revenue, they will also increase investment, infrastructure, so to help the real economy. This is my expectation.
All right. Thank you, Dr. John Kwachi, advisor to the governor. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
So that was the advisor to the governor of the Central Bank, Dr. John Kwachi, putting a bit of flesh to the decisions of the Monetary Policy Committee. And I feel the big question is bank lending, because that's where businesses really need money. There's no point in managing the economy and stabilizing it if the money doesn't flow and people are still broke. And the best way to stimulate employment is not through another government job creation program. It's to allow small and medium-sized companies to get access to cheap credit so they can expand. Open a new chop bar, open a new restaurant, a shoe manufacturing or something. Then they employ 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how it's done. So we are just saying that in Ghana, private sector credit as a percentage of GDP is very low.
But and that is my concern. In the 20 years plus we've done this show, that number has never gone up in any budget.
Yeah.
So I am just wondering what the difficulty is in 2 decades.
Yeah.
So where we've had multiple financial management teams, different governments come in and struggle to fix this particular problem.
So they say it's a structural problem.
For 20 years?
Yes. So structural problems. So if you think of the structural adjustment program, a structural problem is something that requires a lot of time. I'm not saying 20 years is justified. What I'm trying to say is that our economic managers always try and solve immediate operational problems. So there's an energy crisis, bring in an emergency power plant. They charge us excess money for it. We put up the doom, so we win elections. Or there's a gold, cocoa prices have collapsed. You go for IMF money to make sure you can pay salaries. Now, a structural problem may mean that it has about 3 causes. So, for example, in Ghana, there's a culture of people not wanting to pay their debt. So all of us know people, when you want to send them money,
you find a different number.
Now, escalate that to companies. Companies also. Yesterday, Sky read a story. He was scandalized that banks had to write off bad debts of how much? 800 million? Yeah, it was like almost 800 million cedis. And this is not even a year, for like 4 months or something. He was like, is this not a scam? So some of that means that a bank finds it easier to buy T-bills or government fixed income than to give money to Kakra's sister's business. That's one. Okay, then so that's one of the issues. Number 2, somebody can also say that because of the way the economy is and we import so much, people who actually need money like her sister to manufacture, they can't sell as much because she's doing furniture. Somebody go to Turkey and bring cheaper versions and sell it at half the price and have more money to do advertising. Now that person doesn't take money from the bank to employ a lot of people. They just need people at the warehouse. She is employing people, but she doesn't have access to that credit. So she can't employ anybody. But the guy who brings the furniture from China or Turkey or wherever is just a trade finance thing. Do you know what I'm saying? So that structure means that, and Ghanaians also prefer imported things. So they say, Kakra, Tekura, your things are good, but hey, you may not be going to that mall and buy the furniture. Now, Kakra's company is going to stay in Ghana and she's going to employ people. She has nowhere to go. Right? But this company can set up.
Just say Tekura, it's not my company.
Yeah, a big business in Cote d'Ivoire. So I'm trying to say that there's a structure of the import driven. So the banks actually learn to trade, financing, and imports. They don't learn to manufacturing and agric, which are high employment. So this is not a structural thing. So there's a behavioral aspect of people don't want to pay their debts, which leads to the banks being a bit careful who they give money to. And then there's also an issue of private. I watched an interview of the ANC Mall CEO on Kafui. They're saying that it's difficult for Ghanaian capital, private sector to compete with foreigners.
Yep.
You see, because we've just signed deals with Morocco. If a huge Moroccan company comes and they want to enter furniture making, some of those deals will even mean that they have procurement rights for some of our things. Tekura will not have that same level of largesse. She won't have access to credit. She won't have access to that procurement economy. Do you get me? So to build an ANC mall, it requires a lot of grit and hard work. Even with ANC mall, China mall will outcompete you because ANC mall has created a beautiful mall through a Ghanaian's 20-year investment. But China mall can come in and have half the price of things at ANC mall, and Ghanaians will flock there. And the Ghanaian banks, to give ANC mall credit to start, they won't even give him.
No.
So if you ask me why that figure as 8%, you need a deliberate government intention to say, look, guys, let's get serious here. Do you understand? And let's have long-term thinking. But the banks, they'll do what they have to do because they, now they don't even reach them.
Are banks risk averse in that regard?
So, you see, they are the competition that has been brought means that some of them are even looking at every quarter. And for some of them, the bottom line, they don't care where. So, for example, if you look at the bank's financials, in the past, you are supposed to analyze and say, where have you lent to?
Exactly.
Because you are an universal bank. Look, the last time we did this work, 45%, 50% government bills. That's where their interest income comes from. Then we look at the sectors they've lent to. Trade, imports. Those things. They don't lend to agri, they don't lend to even construction. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, which is what I was asking him, do you legislate it? Do you encourage it? I don't know. It's a big problem, but the government has to solve it.
Yeah.
The government has to solve it. And we, as citizens, also need to choose to spend our money intentionally. And then the procurement economy must also be skewed to support. For example, last point, the Minister of Education has announced $3 billion. Was it $300 million? $3 billion? Is it $300 million infrastructure thing, right? Yes. Now, that $300 million means that people will be given contracts to build classrooms, provide furniture, to give textbooks. Now, it will surprise you that maybe a lot of that money will not even stay with Ghanaian business owners. Do you understand? But there's a Ghanaian that's doing printing. There's a Ghanaian who prints textbooks. There's a Ghanaian who does screening, furniture. So if you say you are pumping $300 million into building secondary schools to remove double track, that should translate into jobs created for companies providing the service. But because construction is labor intensive service, school desks and all these things are being supplied. How many of the school who is getting the school desk contract? It will shock you that they are even importing. They may import desks. I don't know, because I've seen desks being sold on the roadside that are not made in Ghana. Desk, a desk that a student will sit in.
No, we export.
They import it. Imagine, Sky. I've seen desks on the roadside that they import. Textbooks they import. Cement we import. Cement too. So paint we import. Toilet roll we import. Meanwhile, you are pumping $300 million into building schools. You get it. So the finance ministry must start telling, even some of these agreements Parliament signs, they must have inherent the procurement directives around. Because how do you put $300 million into education, and half of that goes into importing stuff, paper and things? So it's a difficult situation. That's why I say we should all get interested in economy. Let's not say economy is just No. Look, if we don't get business, we sack people because we can't pay salaries. Meanwhile, the GRA will come and be stressing you to pay tax. The companies that are employing people, you are not giving them any help. Then you want them to pay tax as if they owe you money. Electricity cost is high. So there has to be a holistic approach to economic management and not just the numbers at the top. And we have to relate it to the microeconomy. That when you buy a tie or a shirt or a shoe or a furniture set, you are creating a job. In American elections, they always say it. They'll say, Trump will say, these people have created jobs for China. They've destroyed our auto industry. We should also do that. If you buy something made in Ghana, you are creating a job in Ghana. If you buy something, I'm not saying we shouldn't import, but we must be deliberate, and it must be part of the debate. It shouldn't just be about, in our time, inflation was 6, in your time, inflation was 4, we are better. That's nonsense. We are talking about how are you incentivizing private sector to create sustainable jobs? That should be the question we should ask.
No. I mean, you've said it all, Bernard. Ghana's economy, in my personal view, doesn't make sense. I really don't understand the Ghanaian economy and how it supposedly works. I listened to bits of the interview Kafui did with the founder of ANC. And I was listening to bits of it with my twin sister who runs an SME. And I mean, she
was nodding throughout.
related. You know, he comes to Ghana, he's looking for capital to start a business, and there's no lender available. They're interested in quick loans, loans that they will recoup in a year or two. But he's talking about a long-term, massive project, okay, that is going to impact the economy. But it seems like Ghana, no, the economy is just some shallow overlay that is doing its own thing. Okay, and the people, you see, and this is not even because my sister runs a local business, a Ghanaian, an indigenous business, but it is the indigenous businesses that are doing a lot of the employment. Okay, they are paying the salaries. A lot of, we are not saying there's a problem with imports or foreign businesses, but the sector that holds or that connects, okay, graduates education to industry. We should sit down. I think we should, as a country, sit down and have a genuine conversation about the economy. Okay, and have proper structures within this economy. For me, it's our economy is largely shallow and it doesn't make sense, and it makes doing business difficult.
Extremely.
Because you can't find capital. Somebody's coming from China with cheap loans from their government. You go to the bank, 30 to 40% interest rate. How you go? How do you start?
Now they say it's 15 to 12.
Yeah, as of April this year, it was 16.3.
It should be single digit. It should be single digit. You have single digit.
And for what term? And for what term?
I mean, interest rates should not be above 10. You have inflation for the past 4-5 announcements, 3% and things. You get it? You know, Sky. The only business in town is making money from interest rate, buying and selling, and then stashing money.
And the economy is encouraging that. You see, this markup business, Sky always talks about, people creating economies around these weird things. Markup is now a business. Okay, people would rather, and young people who actually have a lot of talent will rather go and buy something that has been imported, mark it up a little bit and sell it back.
And by the way,
but you need people to build, you need people to create.
By the way, not to pour sand in the GIPC's Gary, but we had a minimum capital requirement for foreign investors in Ghana. We have effectively removed that. And we are now saying that unless you are involved in a particular type of business, you need just $500,000 million as capital. While that may bring in better quality foreign investment, for me, which I hope they did their work well, because Kai, one of the problems our currency faces is repatriation of capital. So capital is very cultural. Where it is from is important. We've not been able to mobilize enough capital in our country, so we want foreign direct investment. As I speak to you, private remittance is 3 times foreign direct investment. So foreign direct investment is overrated. Of course, private remittance goes into many things: pay school fees, pay for health, pay for houses. But when I started this job, FDI was higher than private remittance. So to remove the minimum capital requirement for foreign companies coming in, it means that effectively, if somebody is coming to do furniture, they can go and locate at Medina and compete with Tekura with no real investment. And it should be just, and so we have removed the protection for our local producers. I hope the promise of the investor and whatever logic they listen to change this law, they saw the numbers and they got some serious commitments. I really hope so. And I hope they can enforce it, because this could spell doom for many local manufacturing companies. Governments always have to choose between a rock and a hard place. It's a difficult choice. And because I haven't followed the full debate around why they decided to remove it, I am restricting my comments. But I really hope that Simamaji and his guys thought through this thing very carefully. I think probably started before he even came. Because the private, and the other thing is that the private sector lobby in Ghana, the foreign private sector is a bit different from the local private sector, even though they are all under AGI. All right. that lobby has been consistently calling for that thing to be removed. I've moderated programs where they've spoken about it, even from Yofi Grant's time. So this seems like something that has been. It's not like an NDC necessarily decision, but I really hope that whoever did the numbers and the assumptions they used to do those numbers, we will benefit eventually.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say for now.
Right. So just to the figures on the remittances and the FDI, bringing it down for those who want to know. The remittances exceeded FDI. FDI in the last time it was checked was $2.6 billion and remittances hit $7.8 billion. So that's just to put some figures to the
So the people listening abroad, send money.
Yeah.
We also need an authority to since FDI is $2 billion, have Ghana Investment Promotion Authority. Don't you think we should also need Ghana Remittance Promotion Authority?
Everybody wants an authority.
I mean, Kakra, do you know the number of school fees and medical bills and buildings in Ghana that the people government went to meet in the US are paying for? The amount of money that Ghanaians in the diaspora bring into this economy. We need a remittance protection, remittance encouragement. Let's get another bureaucracy. He said this policy, when you say no, don't go and do.
It's inevitable.
I want us to take out to something briefly that we were talking about related to the Aboboya people, and then someone talking about need to apply the law equally. You know, if we have, I think yesterday you were giving some numbers that 40,000 or so of these guys
they were hazarding against.
That's right. As an estimate. And does the DVLA have information on the number of these vehicles, for want of a better expression, that have been or that have insurance packages that attend to what they do? Because as you do know, every year, every person who is using one vehicle or the other on the road, before you move it and move onto a public road, the requirement of the law is that you need to have either a comprehensive insurance package
and roadworthy.
Or what do you call it? Third-party insurance package.
Together with the roadworthy.
Together with the roadworthy. Because anything can happen on the road.
True.
People may get harmed as a result. People may die, and something may happen to the vehicles in question. The tricycle we saw the other day, the Aboboya we saw as we were getting onto the N1 highway. I mean, if you look at that whole contraptment, there's no way anybody can persuade me. First of all, it doesn't have any registration number. It did not have tail lights. The people were not wearing helmets, and it looked really rusty. And two of them were sitting at the head of the tricycle.
The guys you saw yesterday.
That's common. That's so common.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Without helmets, and they were in their singlet or whatever they were.
Their own thing, Charlie.
Now, if that particular vehicle causes a crash on the road, who do we hold responsible?
Good question.
If the person dies or the person gets seriously harmed as a result,
or
maimed, loses the capacity to use his limbs, which would mean that he is economically impacted for the rest of his life. Who do we hold responsible, and how can we ensure that there is some justice for that person? Now, there's a reason why this is an important, matter, because first of all, the people who are riding, we are told, majority of them don't have licenses. The question you ask yourself, the people who bought these vehicles as business and are running it as business, what due diligence do they do before handing over the vehicles to these riders? Because if I buy a vehicle and you want to drive it, my first question, first of all, is that, well, do you have a license? If you don't have a license, then that is a serious flag for me. Now, if you have a license and you say it is dead or you have not renewed it, of course, I have to ask questions. Go back, do the renewal and all of that. Where did you train? These are core questions that you ask.
Just an insertion. So what licenses are they? Another question. What licenses are they given the Aboboya?
Is it category A?
Category A. This is the bike and the buckets, the motorbike and the buckets. Category A. Okay.
So the question is, we do know that there are politicians who have made it their business as part of their job creation drives in their constituencies, who are investing heavily in procuring these aboboyas, motorbikes, and
the Voxies.
Exactly, for their constituents. Some are doing work and pay, others are doing it go work as part of their whatever. Exactly. Now the question is, what kinds of things do they do? What do they say to them before moving them onto the road?
Yeah.
And when the police see these things, what questions do they ask? Because when we saw these guys, they were about 300, 400, 500 meters away from the Tesano police station. They used the highway.
Speed.
You understand? And this guy was trying to race with our vehicle.
He wanted to cross quickly before we come. He wanted to show us that he's fast. Imagine he lost control for 1 minute, you'd have hit him.
You see, and then where would I be able to raise money to be able to fix the vehicle? Then I have to turn to my insurance. So I think the discussion is much bigger than just, we are licensing them to work on the road.
Yeah.
Because as we saw recently, when market women lost their goods, a big issue that came up was, okay, they have lost everything, including monies they were keeping in their stores and shops and everything. How were they going to get it back? Many of them did not have insurance for their goods, their shops, their wares, and everything.
Yeah.
It is the same thing that is happening on the roads. In other countries, they don't take these things lying down.
But do you think the insurance companies... Okay, let me rephrase. How do you think the insurance companies will price the risk of an aboboya? Because usually when you go to an insurance company, they will say, how old is the car? And they give you a premium to pay. Maybe the insurance industry can tell us how they see that sector. Because it's also part of formalization, right? And once they get insured, it may need some behavioral changes as well. I don't know. So we need to find out from insurance companies whether they themselves, how many of the aboboyas have they insured in the past year? If you look at the number of aboboyas we have, because these hard facts tell us that we are sitting on a time bomb.
Yep.
You don't have enough of them licensed, you don't have enough of them trained, you don't have enough of them insured. And yet you have allowed them the same privileges that people who are more responsible, who have been trained.
And that's why there's a lot of chaos.
You get
on our
it?
roads.
So, what's the government signal sending? That you are driving your own car, you've gotten your driver's license, you've been insured. Every 2 seconds, police is stopping you, asking you questions. Somebody has not been trained. He has no license. He's not been insured.
No tail license.
And he has the same privileges as
he has more privileges. He's not stopped. He's not asked any questions.
The only thing that stops them is the rain.
He crosses red light. They don't stop him.
I mean, I hope that these things we are saying, the authorities are listening.
But before you draw the curtain on that, I just wanted to add to the insurance. I agree with Sky, but I think we need to know the frame within which these aboboyas are operating on our roads and which roads, because we see them everywhere. We see them on local roads, we see them on highways. What's DVLA saying? Where are they supposed to be? Are they supposed to be on Walker Bush with all of us or the local? We need to understand that. And we need to understand the use. Okay, because some of these, what do you call them? Is it Pragia?
The yellow one.
Some are being driven as private vehicles. We need to yes. Some are being driven as private vehicles. Yes. So we need clarity from DVLA on that. Oh yes, and they will enter spaces and occupy a car park. We need to understand that. Are they being used? Oh guys, I'm serious. Are they being used
private cars?
As private vehicles?
Yeah, you can buy a car, buy Pragia for your home.
No, but there's a reason.
I'm just joking.
So we need that clarity from the DVLA.
While we are talking, my friend has sent me a video. He said this just happened to me at Community 11 Tema. I think the guy crashed into his car. Oh no. The aboboya, the blue one.
Oh no.
And quick one. I'm just trying to get some numbers.
Okay.
Because Sky, we've been trying to find numbers. So I've been cross-referencing some data.
What have you found?
From importers and exporters. So I used Volsa plus a couple of others, and
you know, they manufacture the things for here.
Yeah, so basically, I'm trying. So what I tried to do is to track it from source from China. Yes, China is the leading source of
Aboboya.
The aboboyas that come.
Do they use
the
it
tricycles that come in there? You don't meet it like that.
Why is she going to China? She see aboboya on the highway.
Not on the highway.
But let me run you. So basically, if you look at registered companies, it's telling us that there are 697 active companies in Ghana who have traded in aboboya in the past 1 year.
Almost 700 companies who trade aboboya.
Yes.
It's an economy.
There has been
it's a full economy.
In the past year, from December, from 4th January 2025 to 30th March 2026, they are estimating 230,000 imported shipments of tricycles in Ghana.
230,000
import shipments of tricycles.
Individual units or shipments?
No, this is shipments.
You can't be serious.
This is shipment. It means
230,000 shipments.
Yes.
So if you look at the 20-foot container, at least 3 or 4 can go inside.
Yeah. So that is
it will be more than that because they don't bring it assembled.
Yeah, assembled. They come and assemble here.
How many? 200,000 shipments.
Yes, that is what.
Not units.
Yes, and the companies are all listed here.
700 companies.
Sky.
All of them. Every single one of them is listed here.
Which means we probably have 1 million aboboyas. Because we have 100,000.
All of them are lifted.
You know, we have 100,000 cars a year in Ghana. We probably have more aboboyas than cars.
And you know what has also contributed to the large numbers? It's not the boiler. It's the pure water.
And even now,
you see,
private
and
use.
that is yes, the private use. But I think to deal with this matter, since I'm going with your let's structure and regulate tactic here. Maybe the people who regulate the pure water, FDA and whatnot, should say that you cannot carry water in aboboya. If you want to distribute, you must distribute. If you do not have a van,
like a Kia truck
or a truck, you will not be allowed to set up a pure water factory. Somebody might say it's strict. No, but you see, because Bernard, here's the thing. Because the pure water, you're saying aboboya is used in areas that are no more trouble.
Yes.
I don't think you bring your water from Tamale to Accra.
Yeah.
There are about 4 pure water companies in your area alone. On my street, there are, well, not in my street, in my enclave, there are 3. One opened a week ago or 2 weeks ago, apparently. Very big one. Timberland. The old Timberland is now pure water.
So you think that the use case regulation is better?
Yeah, because if you use the Oswald's Road, the old Tunga, the new Tunga Road, there's a water company, they have like 200 aboboyas.
Serious?
Yes, I kid you not.
Is it where are they sending the water that they can't use a truck?
Exactly. So I'm saying that maybe if we remove the element of pure water distribution from the conversation, you might actually have a significant reduction because one, they also overload the aboboyas. So they don't even move. Like the thing is struggling to move.
I think that the refuse one is more serious because the refuse one is a public health one and is not properly covered.
Yes, but the refuse ones are not as many.
You sure?
Really?
No, you see, that's the point I'm making. If the small water production company in my neighborhood has 200 aboboyas.
Yeah.
How many boilers do you think there are?
Yeah, right.
Look, if you like drive past Tunga right now, there's a pure water manufacturing company there. Count the aboboyas there.
Godfrey.
But can you regulate how somebody transports his product?
Yes, yes, of course.
Yes.
Because before you are allowed,
but you need a health basis. You see,
you don't need a health basis. It's just a market entry requirement. You don't need a health basis.
But first of all, I mean, why are you moving water exposed to the sun just like that to somebody's?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
So you're saying that
they are saying that if you are setting, I'm saying that if simply tell the water companies that before you are allowed to set up, all your water must be distributed in a truck or a van.
That is the question I was trying to talk
Who regulates water companies?
Standards Authority.
GSA.
Yeah. Standards Authority with FDA involvement.
This guy, you're a lawyer. Regulate is an active word. We are not saying who thinks about it. You have to see what I say.
It's about to sack us.
Don't tell me that. I'm not asking who thinks about water companies.
Okay.
Who actually regulates them? Don't use that word. It's a proper word.
They are set up as business.
Okay. No.
Because yesterday I was with my friend and he called somebody to bring him water in a Kia truck. You know, and the same guy has been doing this water for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not sure how many times he's changed the polytank he uses. And I don't know who ensures that there's a certain minimum standard of cleanness of that water.
Because that business is illegal.
Somebody to drink.
That business is illegal. You and I know it's illegal.
It's not.
Does he pay tax?
I don't know. He has a truck. He goes to
700 Ghana cedis water every day.
So the question is
to different locations.
Hold on.
Who's he paying
Who
tax to?
regulates water distribution companies? Both the ones who do sachet, who are formal businesses, and then the informal guys who sell water using trucks in polytanks. Is it the Ghana Water Company? Or is it the FDA? Or is it the Standards Board? We don't know. Who is acting? Because regulation means standards. Standards means inspection and fines. So I'm not sure if the guy who is selling the water wakes up in the morning, he thinks that there's somebody whose standard I have to meet. He just wants to trust you and go and get water and bring it to. So we have to, you see, that's why I come back to the issue of Ghana. All these authorities in Ghana, it's like somebody clamoring to get post. When you give him the post, you just want to do the work.
Yeah, but let me bring you some of our listeners.
Let me give you a message. Before you do that, I just want to read a message. Sky, on this, it says somewhere this is Aboboya is one of the goodies, the political actors here, blah blah. But it says the nature of our houses in the Zongos is such that the trucks, the pure water trucks will struggle to reach us. So the Aboboya comes door to door.
That's the same argument.
That's
the same thing. It should be kept on using Aboboya to pick rubbish.
It should be kept on.
While we are at it, two things. This morning on my way to work, a huge truck in front of Fiesta Royale with a heavy load of metal.
We were talking about that yesterday.
I don't know who weighed it, who regulates the haulage trucks operations. There are different types of haulage trucks in Ghana now. Some are from Niger, some are from Burkina Faso. Some of them have 25 ties, some of them are 16 ties.
Is it low bed?
No, this one is a truck. I'm just talking about regulation. And we also have trotros who a lot of us know are not fit for human habitation. Yet every day they are moving. So the issue is, even DVLA, they are regulating because they want to raise money. They are not regulating because there's a certain public safety standard that says a human being cannot sit in this contraption. They don't wake up and think about that. How much have we made today? How many have we registered today? You see, if you regulate on the basis of revenue raising, you cannot defend public safety. And we have to start telling them that, look, put our lives first. Don't put money first. That's how come we are in this confusion in Ghana.
Sky, 1 minute before I bring some comments.
Okay. No, I just wanted to draw the linkages. So we talk about roads. And one of the reasons people from Domi say they love these Pragias and Aboboya is that the road networks in that area are horrifying, right? They are terrible, and so people are unable to go directly into their home. So they have created a whole economy around that. We are talking about pure water, and yesterday the videos I saw from the place where they were doing this pure water, horrifying. Is there a Masaman or some place like that? Now, why is it that we cannot drink water directly from our homes? Right, the taps. When I go out, you open the tap, you fetch the water.
We should drink another tap.
No, you see, so there's a failure. There's a reason why people are not confident that, look, when I drink from the tap, I am okay. But they will buy pure water that is questionable.
Yeah, from wells and other places.
Exactly.
You don't know.
Exactly. So I'm just saying that there are some connections that we are seeing. Pure water business is booming because ordinarily, instead of drinking from your tap, you say that I don't trust it.
The state has failed us.
So and then people are chegum.
Let me bring you this piece of information before I bring comment. Now, on 19th of June 2020, a former Ghana High Commissioner to India donated 5 motor tricycles, Aboboya, to a constituency in Accra, to the executives of the party in the Greater Accra region to serve as grassroots income generating project. Just think about that. Now to some quick questions, comments. What Sky is saying is true, but the police often overlook issues relating to Aboboya because they don't seem to gain anything from them. Our country is on autopilot, or nothing is working. Bernard, do you know that tricycles are being used in Washington, but they are managed very well? That's what you say. So
they've replaced truck. You know what the truck is? Those days when you go to market and you buy a lot of goods.
You mean the
truck.
So
the one you pull,
either a car will help you or a truck pusher will put the things on. But it's as if they've now replaced them and they are not being regulated well.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, we'll take a quick break. When we're back, there is more.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready, and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Are you ready to advance your career, sharpen your leadership skills, and become a transformational professional? Welcome to Heritage Christian University School of Graduate Studies, Research, and Professional Development. Enroll in our MSc, MA, and MPhil programs designed for today's global leader. Flexible learning, experienced faculty, practical research, and a Christ-centered academic environment. Choose from a wide range of graduate programs in cybersecurity, systems engineering, accounting, HR management, public sector management, business intelligence, corporate governance and leadership, organization development and consulting, Christian studies, and more. Weekend and hybrid learning options are available for working professionals. Contact us through all media channels. Call or WhatsApp us on 053-237-3100. Heritage Christian University, educating compassionate entrepreneurial leaders.
Blast. We dey blast. Who dey blast? We dey blast. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Every day and night. Slide the gems and tattoo them. Price the gems away. Indian cherry, go price them. Russia cherry, go price them. Panama cherry, go price them. Go.
Whatever the gems, brush them away with the new Pepsodent, now in limited edition World Cup packs. This advert is FDA approved.
What will the world need tomorrow? Smarter systems, bolder thinkers, people who don't just use technology but build it as well. At Academic City University, that's exactly whom we train. Whether you're starting your undergraduate degree or advancing with a master's program, from business and communication arts to engineering and computational sciences, our programs are built with industry for real-world impact. You won't just graduate with a certificate, you'll graduate ready to solve, build, and lead. The future belongs to those who are prepared. Are you ready? Call 0594 030 308. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
.20. I have friends from Sapient and Vision. As always, they have something fantastic that will interest you, and we will talk about that in a bit. Now, we all know that silence when your rent is due and you can't pick up the call. When the shop is empty, you're pretending it's fine. Salary finished 2 weeks ago. There's still a week to go. Goods are stuck at the port. Clearing agents keep calling. When your business idea is ready but the cash isn't, that silence has a name. It's called money. Bills breaks the silence. Whether you need working capital, salary loan, emergency cash, or startup funding, your Ghana card is all you need. Call Bills Microcredit to the 0596 920 833. Break the silence. Bills got you. And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola It's perfect fit anytime. Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. All available at a local store near you. 0550-032-231. Piva Beverages, a taste you will love. Now, some days business go well, and other times one unexpected expense can throw all your plans up. That's part of the hassle when you need a little support to keep things moving. Kaise. Oh no, Kashegbe. Alright. Misika by Adesheman Savings and Loan Day for you. So it works. So Kashegbe, Kaise, Misika Day for you. So dial *171# as an MTN merchant. Go to the financial services, select loans, select Misika. Follow the prompts. You could qualify for an instant loan of up to 5,000 Ghana cedis. In times like this, you say to yourself, Misika Day for me. So I have faces that are familiar because the last time we had a conversation about cyber security, I had Kwabena Sapon, General Manager for Sapient and Vision. He was here with Albert Texan, Chief Business Officer Innovari. The face that is new to me today is Na Ayokolai, right? Na Ayoko, it's your first time joining us, right? So you join my friends. Welcome. You're a Communications Officer for Sapient and Vision. Guys, welcome to the studio. And lady, of course.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you very much.
I think last time we spoke about cyber security conference. Yes. You brought most of the Mugus around from it was a continent. How successful was that? Let's reflect a bit on that. How did that go? Who wants to take that?
Super successful. Super successful. It was one of the biggest events in cybersecurity here in Ghana, and in fact that was the aim. So we were very excited with the results. Top guys, top presentations.
Solid.
Attendance was overwhelming, and we were very excited. And thanks to you for giving us the platform to also let that information out.
Amazing. And anytime you're around, we know you have something solid up your sleeve. So welcome. What brings you here today?
Thank you again. So today we are here about the RISC Summit.
RISC Summit.
RISC Summit, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think if you know Sapient and Vision, I think the last time I was here, I mentioned that Sapient and Vision is mainly a communications, we're a boutique communications agency, right? But unlike most marketing agencies and PR agencies, our focus is more about the thought leadership space within specific industry, specifically the cyber risk industry and the risk industry in general. So we are positioning as that kind of agency that would first of all do the events that bring the stakeholders together and also create the content that sells the message that these businesses want to create to their audience in the language that they understand. So the RISC Summit is one of the events that we do annually in that vein. This is the 9th edition of the event.
Wow.
This year's theme is global risk, local impact.
Okay.
I think it goes without saying when we see things happening in different countries, we see how sometimes they affect this country. So businesses in Ghana experience shocks from things happening in Israel, in everywhere in the world. So this event is supposed to highlight these things. Let's have those conversations. Let's get all the stakeholders in the room, the board members, the managers, the ESCO, everyone in the room who can make decisions around these things. CISOs, everyone. So let's see how some of these risks we can navigate them. Let's find ways around them. Yeah.
Now talk to me, right? So where will this be? What is the registration process? How long is it? Is there any commitments we need to make? How do we register,
Yes, it's a 2 days event.
Okay.
And this time around, we are not hosting it in Accra. We are going to Gomoa. So specifically the Crown Forest Hotel.
Nice.
Yes, around Gomoa and Suyem near Winneba. So if you want to join us, you have to visit our website, www.risksummitafrica.com or give us a call on 050-243-7609 or 054-066-8414.
Okay, now who can be a part of this, right? We're talking about the audience, target audience now. As you're taking us to Gomoa to have all these amazing things, who should be there? Who are target?
All right, so basically we're expecting to have top executives in the room.
Right.
When it comes to risk, it affects everybody. And at the end of the day, it hits the bottom line as well.
Does.
Top executives, risk committee members, EXCO members, and of course, the risk practitioners, the risk managers, the risk professionals. We're also looking at audit professionals. We're looking at enterprise risk professionals. I mean, anybody that is in legal as well. So it's always going to be governance, risk, compliance, and legal. So anybody within these areas is more than invited to be present. And from our registration so far, I think we have a beautiful array of personnel from various industries, diverse sectors, diverse industries. So I mean, it's poised to be a very great event.
And I love the fact that you're taking us out of Accra. It works.
Yes,
it always works.
And let me just add this, like he rightly said, this is the 9th edition. I've had the privilege of being event director for this event for the last 9 years. Nice. So to be in Accra,
kudos,
all these years, and this time, finally. In fact, it's going to be a great event because it's not just going to be the 2 days. We arrive on the 28th.
Okay.
You know, a small soiree for you just to keep you cool and ready for the events for the 29th and then the 30th. And then on the last day, we're going to do the safari tour also just to help you see something nice before you go back. So, I mean, it's a full package for everybody.
No, this sounds really exciting. But tell me about some of the speakers who will be engaging us when we come for this particular risk summit.
Okay, an event like this, there's a seriousness part. So we are looking at Excellency Dr. Rejoice Udom-Desi. She's a UN Global Peace Ambassador, corporate risk and governance consultant. She's a banker and she's also a diplomat. We're also looking at Abdul Karim Zani, CEO of the Federation of Associations of Ghanaian Exporters. We are looking at Barbara Dede Ama Okaintete Esquire, Head of Business Enablement for the Business and Commercial Banking, Stanbic Bank, who are our sponsors, by the way.
Nice.
Helen Amakwe, she's an independent chairperson, Old Mutual, and Executive Director of African Risk Capacity Limited. We're also looking at Wasiu Yusuf, Head of Internal Audits, Promasidor.
Just everyone who matters is speaking there. There's a total list of all the people who matter in the space.
From various industries.
I like it.
As Albert mentioned, risk cuts across various industries and sectors around.
True. Now, you have some sponsors. You want to tell us about how excited you are to have them aboard this very one now?
Yes. We are privileged to have Stanbic Bank Ghana sponsoring this year's Risk Summit, as well as Kite Consultants Limited. Our mother company Novari is in there, Cyber Assure and SysAssure.
Right. So let's go over the registration details again, if you care to mention the cost as well, or if you think we need to call you to get all those details, please give us the touch lines.
Okay. So for this year, we have 2 packages. Specifically, one going for 16,000, the executive package. That gives you access to the full summit package as well as accommodation. Then we have 11,000. And that leaves you solely with the summit participation without accommodation. You're not going to cover that. Yes. So to register, kindly visit www.ricksummitafrica.com or give us a call personally on 050-243-7609 or 054-06-8414.
So you know that most of our listeners, CEOs, executive chairmen, they have several groups or subsidiaries under their companies, and they have CISOs and different risk managers across the board. So it's one person now, we should just bundle all of them into a bag and into a car, a bus, and say, guys, go for this risk summit, come back and change things.
I like that. I like this. Bundle everybody, put them in a bus. We have very affordable pricing when you come in a group. And that's why we have the phone numbers. Just call us. We can always negotiate something beautiful for the groups that are coming. And let me just reiterate on our partners, Stanbic Bank. They've been with us for the past 3 years for Risk Summit. We really appreciate their partnership. For me, that tells us that there's something good that they see in the event, and for them to be part of it, that is quite inspiring. And we believe that they're going to be with us for a longer time.
Nice one,
thank you
guys.
so much, Stanbic Bank.
Thank you for always passing through also and doing great stuff. We wish you the very best.
I hope you come this time.
The time
I have a room for you.
You have a room for me. Charlie, you have to save it for the next. But I wish you all the best,
Thank
guys.
you so much. Thank you.
And we wish you the best of luck. Sapient and visionary Novari, dear. you never get it wrong. So
never.
Yeah, all the best, guys.
All right, so much.
Thank you. So I've been speaking to Na Ayoko Laye, Communications Officer, Sapient and Vision, Albert Texan, Chief Business Officer in Novarium, and Kwabena Sapon, General Manager. Charlie, by your baba, you for pay menstrual. The way you get your lines dentist, bro. You for drop your number dentist.
I go drop your number.
Goodbye, man. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you, guys.
And yeah, great news on Galicia's Bingo Ha promo has been extended to the 15th of August. And now participating is even easier. Simply submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets or 20 Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers or a mix of the two, still making a total of 20. Now you have to submit these wrappers to any of our redemption centers where you will be given a unique code. Please dial star 713 star 27 hash from that unique code you get from the scratch card and send win. Yeah, when you dial star 713 star 27 hash, you will win instantly. We have more than 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes up for grabs. You will win cash prizes up to 200,000, smart TVs, deep freezers, washing machine, kitchen appliances, many more. Promo runs till the end of, it now ends on the 15th of August, so take note and take advantage. If you're planning for the future, that begins with the decisions you make today. Save and invest early with EDC to build wealth and retire comfortably. On one clear sign of financial growth is when your money starts working for you through steady returns and long-term wealth creation. With EDC, you get professional fund management, flexible investment options, potential for higher returns, and financial security for retirement and future goals. Your financial independence is possible with EDC. So sign up today. WhatsApp 0509 268414. I have friends joining us today from Djibu for a great conversation. So stay with me. When I return, friends from Djibu join us.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Oh, now in a traffic is 1.2, sir.
Driver, police phone insurance.
Hey, my insurance will do 1.2.
They just arrested someone whose insurance expired last month. Now, dear, last 2 years, and you're still going.
Hey, where will I pass? Let me park and now come and wait. Oh, what's that? You hide. Just walk into the store and get the new Hollard Insure Pack.
Don't be caught wanting. Hollard Insure Pack is now available at select Malcolm stores and Shell shops nationwide. Just pick one app and the shop attendant will give you the instruction manual. Follow the instructions to complete the process. Araba Hollard will instantly send your policy document and insurance sticker straight to your WhatsApp. For more details and inquiries, call 020-546-3696 or 056-111-2777.
Bruh, what's that? Driver, where's your insurance?
Hollard Insure Pack, boss. Bought it at the Malcolm store right there. Instant.
Hey, why lucky for Hollard Insurance?
Hollard Insure Pack. And you're too easy.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva Tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055-00-322-31. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
Hey,
So what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody gets your own. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
HR is evolving. Are you ready? Join industry leaders, HR professionals, and business executives at HR Connect Conference 2026 for powerful conversations on transforming HR into a true driver of business growth and competitive advantage in Africa. The theme: from certification to competence, why elevating HR is critical for business growth and competitive advantage in Africa. The date, 30th and 31st of July 2026 at the Labadi Beach Hotel at 9 a.m. daily. Tickets are going for 2,000 Ghana cedis only. HR Connect Conference 2026. Connect, learn, lead, and transform.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
The Citi Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
And I know you've been looking for hygienic, affordable, quality drinking water. And I have friends from Jibu in the studio to tell us all we need to know about their services. Now, Life Source International School, in the meantime, is inviting you to bring all your girls for a STEM and entrepreneurial education. They have boarding facilities. They raise leaders and industry creators. So we accept girls from Cambridge JHS 1 through A levels. We offer a safe learning environment, affordable tuition and scholarship opportunities for this academic year. Our focus is STEM and entrepreneurial career paths. We've integrated this with the 7 habits of a leader, so your girls develop confidence, discipline, and critical thinking skills. We are a safe space for your girl to grow, trust me. So give your daughter that education that builds leaders. We are located at Apam Junction, Central Region. Call us 055-955-2263. LifeSourceGhana.org is our website. For get in touch with us because admission is in progress. Fraud doesn't wear a mask. That's because fraud doesn't look suspicious any longer. It can sound very polite, seem very helpful, urgent, and can even appear to come from someone you trust. But the moment you are asked to share your PIN or your one-time password or click any suspicious link, that should click it for you. That is fraud. When in doubt, always pause, think, and verify. # shine your eyes. Protect your account. Stop the fraud. Spot the fraud. Stop the fraud. For assistance, call 030-708-6000. Obini Basic Bank, not just another bank. Samuel joins us. Samuel. Samuel Kwesi Fosu is the operations manager for Jibu. Last time we saw you in the studio, you are here with another gentleman with some round glasses.
Yes.
Today you are here with 2 other beautiful ladies.
That's it.
The family is growing.
It's growing, and can see our partnership with Citi.
Amazing. Yeah. So who did you come with today? Who are they?
So I have Jennifer Zache, who happens to be our North Legon franchisee.
Okay, that's close to me. Yeah. It means you are the answer to my water problems.
Yes, I'm there to answer your
We'll talk after this.
Definitely.
Who else are you here with?
I have Justine Akushika Alexander, who happens to be our corporate store manager.
Big woman. Ladies, you're welcome.
Thank you.
So, somehow, really, we've seen in the news, there's been publications, some water manufacturing, outlets, they are packing water in wells filled with pyrogyra and all kinds of things, and the manner in which the water is even transported. Some are buying from tankers. We don't know how clean it is, whether they wash their poly tanks and all. Is Jibu the answer to the clean, safe, hygienic water we are looking for?
Thank you, Caleb. So indeed, Jibu is the answer. Just to give you a bit of background for those listening to us for the very first time, Jibu actually stands for solution or answer.
Is it?
It is.
Are you serious?
It's a Swahili word.
Okay.
Which emanated from when we started operation in Rwanda.
Yeah, that's why I saw a lot of Jibus when I went to Rwanda. No.
So Jibu is actually the answer.
So.
And we are actually depicting or practicalizing the answer with the way we do things. So we are a social enterprise with water as an anchor product. We provide pure purified drinking water, and we do that in a better way by doing it in a more greener way.
How differently do you do? How do you do that green?
So what happens is that we don't do the single plastic bottles, which ends up adding to our littering and then those filth that we have. So
sustainability.
What we do is that we produce water in the refillable bottles, where our customers can always come back with their bottles, come and refill it, only pay for the water instead of always paying for plastic that ends up as filth.
So that all the plastic, I could have just been using the refillable.
Exactly.
And then I would have been cool.
Definitely, my
wow. So Jennifer, since you are close to me, tell me how it works and how I can get access to you.
Right. I'm on the North Legon Agugba Road.
Right.
And to have access to me, we are very, very visible on the road.
Right.
So once you use that stretch, you should be able to find us. And you can also have our contact, which is 0244 632-746.
Yes.
Or 054 633-1909.
They call you a franchisee, and I want to understand what that means. What do you do? So Jibu has a franchise network. You are one of them. You've been on in the last 3 months. So how's the experience been and feedback you have? Yeah.
Okay. The experience has been rewarding, and it's only been 3 months, but I have seen how people value clean water, safe and affordable one. And we are there as the answer. And you can just imagine that you don't have to go and buy new bottle or new plastic, which will end up in landfills, but you can refill your bottle anytime with us once you come in, or we can deliver to you at your home, at your offices, or even at an event, wherever you are, we'll bring it to you.
That's really cool, because the landfill crowd, they say it's choked, so there isn't any for that. But the concern some have, though, is with the rising cost of water, especially as family sizes increase and all. People are looking to sustainable water so that the disposal is not a problem, but they're also looking at the cost component. How, good is this compared to other options?
Okay, with our option of refilling, which is the best advantage to Jibu and also to families who come in and refill, at the end of the day, you will not be buying new bottles. You will have a bottle that you own, or we will come in and then exchange for you.
Cost component is taken
out.
Right.
You just have to refill it each time you come in, or we deliver to you.
I like that.
At the end of the day.
That's really cool. And during the recent nationwide cleanup exercise, I saw Jibu, you are providing free water and all of that.
Yeah.
You're very sustainability minded and corporate social responsibility minded too.
Yeah.
What's informing this outlook of yours?
Caleb, the tragedy that befell Ghana was actually one that I think the research showed us that in the last 10 years, we've not experienced something like that. And it was very much disheartening.
Yeah.
So what we wanted to do was to also lend a little support as we could, because as the security services, as the volunteers came around to actually help distill and then clean, they needed some hydration, and that's what we were there to do. But then I think we also want to use the opportunity to remind people that we can have water in a more greener way or in a more sustainable way by rather turning to the refillable bottles instead of the single plastic that ends up in our gutters, getting them choked and causing the kind of floods that we are having now. And that's actually has been what we want to really drum out there, that yes, we are looking for quality water or good water to drink. But then, how do we do it? Are we doing it to other cause other harm to us?
Right.
Switch to Jibu. Let's do it in a more greener way.
Did you go to tech?
No, I'm a Legonite actually.
It's good because you are sounding like their motto no support was sano by dream. No, but this one is integrity procedure.
Yeah, sure, my brother.
I like it. But Jennifer, how good is it for you as a business? And I'll come to Aku to tell me about how people can take advantage of the business aspect. But for you as someone who is a franchisee doing this in the last 3 months, you've seen how customers are excited about it. But for a business, is it profitable? Is it good?
Yeah, very rewarding and profitable. I think when you get the understanding of the model that it's been put forward and you put strategies in place, you are able to get your profits or whatever benefits that you are to gain in.
Because always drink water.
Yes,
anyway.
we always drink water.
I like that.
Yeah,
So
that's
Akushika. Aku is a very popular name these days. Do you know why?
No.
I'll tell you after. But tell me, so if I want to become like Jennifer, how do I become a franchisee in my neighborhood and all of that? Is there more space for many who are interested?
Yes, Caleb. So you don't have to be just a franchisee. You can even be a reseller. Yeah, you can reach us Jibu Ghana on all our social media platforms, or you call our number 059-884-8990.
That was fast. Take it again.
059
884
8990. You can WhatsApp us as well.
Okay.
So we'll just come see the space. You have to keep the water at a very clean and hygienic place.
Absolutely.
You fill a form with us, so you keep our bottles, and then we are good to go.
Right. So also there are schools, there are churches, there are businesses and event centers. People consume water a lot. Do you have any solution for these categories?
Yes. So we have special packages for all these institutions. We do free delivery for everyone. We even have a dispenser package. If you have a dispenser, we don't mind, we can get it cleaned for you.
Right.
We service and do everything at our cost.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, Charlie Jibu, you are the solution.
We really are the solution.
I'm really liking this. But Jennifer, did you mention earlier that you do deliveries? Because for the most part, the people who live within your area, they leave home at dawn, they come home at night, and they might not even have time to get water. We only know water is finished. We only know we need water when it is finished. Yeah. Do you do deliveries?
Yes, we do deliveries at no cost at all.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
And you don't do it in Aboboya. You've been talking about Aboboya this morning. You have proper track and things.
Oh, yes, we do have proper tracks. And you should see me, the franchisee manager, bringing you water. You'll be amazed. You love it.
Come on. That's exciting. So where can listeners find or order Jibu water? This is for Akushika.
Okay, so Caleb, Jibu Ghana is on all social media platforms. Right. You can DM us or call the number that I just shared. The 059-884-8990. Yes. Okay, cool. It
sounds like a lucky number too. So yeah, we will call you for water. Now, Sami, tell us what do you want to leave us with before we part ways this morning?
All right, Caleb, thank you so much. So number one, as the news have been, like you were saying, people should be careful where they take their water from.
True.
And if you are going to be concerned about your health and things, then if you're looking for water, turn to Jibu water.
Right.
For entrepreneurs that are also listening to us, if you want to get an opportunity like Madam Jennifer has, reach out to us on the number that we've given.
You have capacity for more people?
Yes, there is. Sure. There is, definitely. Okay. So you can, although we have exclusive territories, there's always a space for other people to join.
Nice.
Then also institutions, businesses, like Aku mentioned, just come to us. Let's deliver some water to you.
Right.
Let's help carry your hydration problems.
Nice.
And then we ensure that you are having access to a better life.
Like it. My fellow Legonite Samuel Attah-Mensah.
No, not Kwesi.
Sorry, apologies. Samuel Attah-Mensah, operations manager, Jibu Ghana Limited. It matters, eh?
Yeah, it does.
You can change your Ghana card. Yeah, you're right. So Jennifer Hachi is Jibu North Legon franchise, and Justine Alexander Akushika So you don't know why Aku is trending. I'll tell you later. She's corporate store manager for Jibu Ghana. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for passing through.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right. And it's a very special birthday going out to Bernard Ejapaye Fusu. Happy birthday to you. This is coming from your dad, who we just spoke to in the studio. Grow to become a big man. Now, why is it that healthcare always feels like a battle? 1 minute you're fine, the next you're facing rising costs and a diagnosis you weren't ready for. Eden Care is the reset button. Eden Care is Acacia Health's dedicated insurance for individuals and families. And what I love about it is that it combines everyday, easy accessibility with the absolute trust and experience of a proven health insurer. We are the health partner that actually answers when you call, making sure your family is shielded from the wahala of unexpected expenses. So stop fighting the system and start walking in peace. Reach out via edencare.acacia@myenterprisegroup.io and choose Eden Care today. Eden Care brought to you by Acacia Health. Fast track your global career at Rosebank International University College. At Rosebank International University College, we don't just award degrees, we prepare you for globally competitive careers. We offer accredited undergraduate and postgraduate programs in commerce, ICT, and hospitality. So, equip yourself with industry-ready skills and start your journey today. Our tuition is designed to support ambition with world-class facilities and internationally experienced faculty. Apply now, riuc.edu.gh. 030-700-7800 is the number to call. You can also visit our modern campus at Opebia House Airport, Accra. Rosebank International University College, your future starts here. And let me say massive congratulations to the University of Ghana School of Law. They emerged winners. Overall winner in the Supreme Court 150 National Constitutional Moot Court Grand Finale. Nahum Ejapong and his team, congratulations to you.
No, it's my fault. I can't afford. Baby, Puffy, Jay-Z would all be better for you.
And a few more birthday requests. Happy birthday to my wonderful wife, Nanekia. Thank you for being my constant partner, my best friend, and the absolute heart of our home. I'm so grateful for every day and every journey we share together. Senna Selikem Sewenam and I are blessed to have you. We all love you beyond words and hope your year ahead is filled with much joy and happiness. as you bring to our life. This is from CJ Kofi Avle, your husband, to Nane Kuya. Happy birthday to you.
Beautiful.
Now maybe I should rob somebody.
Oh, let me do this again. So I was talking about the University of Ghana School of Law winning the 150th anniversary Supreme Court moot competition, and that was led by the outgoing LSU president Nehum Ejapong, together with Michael Insia, Kendrick Kuchienyo, and Winifred Senam King, and they won the best oralist final unanimous decision of the bench, best defendant memorial, overall best memorial, third best prelims oralist, and top 10 oralist rankings. And what a way to end his administration, because he'll be handing over soon to the first visually impaired female president elected for the LSU. So congratulations to Na as well.
Wonderful.
And to Nehum.
Let me say happy birthday to a couple of people. This one is from a lady, says, I'd like to wish my dear husband Isaac Ofosu Obri of Prudential Life Insurance a happy birthday. The family wishes him divine elevation, fruitfulness, and greatness. We love him so much. From your love, Augustina Otribia Obiri, to husband Isaac Ofosu Obiri. And here's another one from Fosu, who just left the studio with his son is celebrating his birthday, and it's called Bernard Ejapaye Fosu. He's 12 years old today.
Nice.
Happy birthday to you, Bernard Ejapaye. This is coming from Dad. You're a big boy growing up to become a young man with full of promise. Happy birthday to you.
Nice. Good morning. This is a quick comment. Regulation on the regulation of standards and safety of consumer items. Ghana Standards Authority, Food and Drugs Authority, are they an advertising agency? Are they an advertising approving authority? I hear their name being mentioned in every advert. I'm sure their focus on approving adverts is a way of, you talk about revenue generation in that comment.
There's actually a very interesting one here that Apia Kusi of Cat sent to me, and I agree with him. He says, our regulators have become increasingly focused on using their enforcement powers to impose financial penalties on businesses that breach regulatory requirements. While this is appropriate, an important gap remains. When a regulator finds a service provider for cheating customers or delivering substandard service, the proceeds usually go to the regulator's IGF. There is currently no clear legal framework for compensating or reimbursing the consumers who suffered loss as a result of the misconduct. This creates a situation where the regulator benefits financially from the penalty, while the affected consumers receive no direct remedy. We need to have a conversation about this.
Yesterday, someone called me aside and said, Caleb, the day you guys were having the conversation about the graduation and things, whether there should be a ban and all, I was so interested. I really wanted to have a conversation. No, his point was that they should ban, because apparently some of the schools are even doing travel days.
Just change your child's school if you don't like what they do.
Okay. All right then. We're done for today. Auntie now will come and engage you for brunch in the city. My name is Caleb Kuda.